comma, gotta get it. Comma, gotta get it.
Well, howdy, and welcome to the Conestoga College Condors broadcast. As we got esports tonight, I'm Lee, hanging out with Mutecast. What are you laughing about?
Just the way that you, I don't know, did the introduction.
Oh,
Sounded
you want
very
to watch
like
some Condors?
so. Yeah, it sounds a little western,
Yeah.
a little country.
Yeah, we are in the west of the world.
Are we?
Well, the world's a circle. It's a globe. It's a cube, almost a cube.
A cube.
It's a cube. It is flat multiple times. Welcome to the broadcast. We'll be watching video games later, so you don't have to deal with us for too long. But how did the rest of the week go? You were here yesterday, Legends.
We were. We unfortunately lost. It was a wild one. Curtis and I had a whole lot of fun, a lot of laughs. The stream of lies, as we started calling it, because we would say stuff and then we'd very quickly just be wrong.
Oh, I see.
So like champions would get picked and we're like, oh, like it's, like 20 seconds in, this is gonna be the final pick. And then Curtis would introduce them and then like last second, within the last second, they'd switch it and we're like, oh, we're lying to you. It's okay.
Well, hopefully we don't continue the lies
I
on
hope
today.
not.
We don't have champ picks today because today is going to be all Call of Duty, starting with our Academy squad, going into our Varsity squad later on. And I do believe we actually got those fancy photos of our squads. So why don't we start off with our Academy team and show you what they got cooking. Oh, we don't have the fancy ones. We just
There's pictures of
Okay.
those
I
are
thought we had
kind of
the VT.
fancy.
Okay.
They're fancy men.
Okay. Well, I mean, the fancy poses, I mean, it's traditional pose. We got to tell them to actually step it up. I mean, those are regular. Anyways, this is a regular squad. Just in case you actually don't see here, we do have someone else in. Wing, the second in from the left there, is actually out today, and Shatter is actually going to be playing in his place, which is interesting. We had Shatter on the roster a while ago. We've seen him do some crazy things.
We have.
And we also have Birdie, though, second from the far side there, and then Liam down the end with the sub spot here. Maybe he'll have to. Maybe Shatter's not doing too well. We'll see him pop in.
We will.
Can you sub mid match? I don't think you're allowed to do that.
No.
Okay.
I feel like that would be
All right. He's
way
stuck.
too wrong.
He's stuck in production then. But
It's Birdie.
There's Birdie, newest onto the roster. But technically, besides Shatter, Shatter's a re-edition. we've had Shatter before. But yeah, Birdie's jumping on, hoping to be again one of those real big playmakers. I mean, mechanical skill, just in general, across shooters. I've played some other shooters with him too. He's just got a good intuition for what it takes to play a shooter game. So hopefully he can pop off today. And there it is. You see Shatter on the left. He also, remember the one match where they, oh my God, it was like, I think we're already winning. I forget what, it was S&D, and he just ran across the map. I don't know if you were there for that, but he just ran across to their side and then killed 2 or 3 of them right off the bat.
I oddly feel like I remember this game.
Yeah.
Was it on the one with like the crane? It was kind of like an outside map.
No, we were playing on the mall one.
Mall one.
Yeah, it's got like the stairs or whatever.
Oh.
But anyways, yeah, it was crazy. So we got 2 crazy players on here. We'll see if my captain Taylor keeps his head on straight for this here, because it is going to be tough. I mean, the squad actually has faced a little bit of adversity across CCL as well as this. It's a bit of trouble. They're down 0-2 right now, and I'm very worried because it might end up the same or a deeper number because they're playing the 2-0 at the very top. St. Clair Academy today.
We've gone against tough teams.
Yeah.
So.
And it's not going to stop.
Well, after today, it might look a little brighter for us.
That's true. Our varsity squad did see that in the Superconference last semester, where they started off really, really rough. So it's maybe good to get it out of the way. And with St. Clair today, this is a really good warm-up heading into all the rest of your matches throughout the rest of the season, because, I mean, you're on your toes, right? Like, you're really being tested right off the bat.
Yeah, it's when you go against tough teams, one of the best ways I find to learn what you're doing in a game is to go up against people who are just that much better, because it kind of makes you a little sad, but you also then try to play like them. How did they, do this to me? How do they, win this gunfight? How do they get to these places that I didn't know? It improves your skills.
It does. It does. And while we're on the topic of learning about the game, we put together some fancy stuff for you guys. If you guys don't know what Call of Duty is all about, Frizzy, the man in the back on our Varsity squad, has put together some videos. Let's take a look at those.
Welcome to competitive Call of Duty, a high-octane competitive shooter. In Call of Duty Esports, 2 teams of 4 players each compete across various game modes like Hardpoint, Search and Destroy, and Control. Each mode requires unique strategies, whether it's capturing objectives, planting and defusing bombs, or controlling specific areas of the map. Callouts are key, as movement is much quicker than strategy-based shooters like Valorant or Counter-Strike, so your enemies may change positions fast. Players join the lobby with set loadouts, including choice of kill streak. Get enough kills in a row, and you might be able to turn the tide with some extra firepower.
Bunch of game modes. We'll explain them a little bit more too once we get into each of those game modes. There's a potential that we're only seeing. Well, I mean, we're only going to see 3 game modes anyways, but the potential we're only going to be seeing 3 maps today. This is a hard squad. We can't be not realistic about it.
Yeah, it's tough to go into a match and just lie to yourself.
Yeah, you got to be realistic.
Yeah.
You also got to think you're good though. I mean, just look at have fun with it, and I think they will. It looks like they're already ready to have fun. Yeah. So popping on the. Okay, this is the speech of the century. I'd say let's get some mics on them, but I can't guarantee your ears' safety. There's oftentimes some non-savory vocabulary being shared.
Kind of comes with the game, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you guys know Call of Duty players, then you know what's being said.
Like, even Birdie's getting in on it.
Yeah, he's chirping from across the across the little studio there. Yeah, but here's our maps. A lot of Vault. Seems to be. This is tough because Vault has been troublesome. It looked like our Academy squad last time they were on it started to figure it out a little bit. But it definitely is troublesome for them. I mean, especially on Hardpoint. They just could not figure out that first point in mid there. Protocol might be a little bit better for them, but there were still some difficulties. And again, against a hard team, it's not going to be any easier than it was last time.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it. Especially Vault. Vault's going to be a little bit of a toughie. Especially Hardpoint and Control. Control especially. I mean, when you got teams that... I'm going to just automatically say that St. Clair has slightly better gun skills. Obviously, our boys can shoot their guns they shoot back, as we say it.
They shoot back.
Whether they win those gunfights,
well,
not typically.
Realistically, you got to hope you're not always shooting back, because if you're shooting back, it means you've been shot at first and you're probably dead. Call of Duty, you die real quick in.
Unfortunately, that is very true. And these first 3 maps are going to be interesting. I'm sad we're not going to see Skyline.
Already, we're not going to see it.
Yeah.
We're likely not going to see it. It was just we are not going to see Skyline.
We're being realistic. Birdie's got a vest. Is Birdie going outside with a vest on? He's built different.
I haven't worn a vest in so long. I've worn one for a suit, but I have not worn like a sweater vest.
Like a sports vest?
Yeah, I haven't. I think the last time I wore a vest was when I was like 12.
I don't think I've ever really worn one.
Yeah.
There's not really a big use for them.
I don't see a point in vests.
I don't
to
either.
Be honest. I need my arms to be warm. If my body needs warm, my arms also need to be warm.
What if they make like a reverse vest? It's just the arms and no torso.
Those are called sleeves. Actually, esports pros a lot of times use them.
Yeah, but not puffy.
No, not puffy. No. I imagine what are those Northern Face ones, or what are the big goose ones?
Yeah, the little puff jackets.
Yeah, just the
just the sleeves.
I'm sure some sort of Hollywood celebrity is. Like,
Oh, there's
an
definitely
actor or
that. Someone's
actress.
gonna absolutely rip that, and we're not gonna get any credit.
Yeah, I guarantee you they've already done it.
I wouldn't
like
be
I
surprised.
can almost guarantee you. I mean, if you look at like fancy dresses, they got like the frilly, just arm
Yeah.
pieces, like long gloves essentially, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the inverse vest would just be gloves,
If you're going
just
all,
very long gloves.
yeah.
Can you imagine wearing gloves that long?
No, well,
Like
I
all the
can,
way up to
but
your
I don't want-
shoulder?
yeah, I wouldn't like that. It'd be like in your armpit.
It'd be really uncomfortable.
I'm not a fan of that. Yeah, no. I'm gonna keep not wearing vests. Press 1 in chat if you're with me. I'd like to avoid that. Let's stick with regular shirts, t-shirt. The most I'm going is a t-shirt. And
No tank tops?
I hate tank tops.
Really?
Yeah, I actually wore a tank top, but recently, but it was underneath. It was meant just to, because the shirt I was wearing on top was a little see-through.
Yeah.
So I wore the black tank top underneath just to make sure it was covered. And that felt extremely uncomfortable. It felt so exposed.
Even with the t-shirt on over top?
I'm used to material touching the insides of like my rib cage here.
We'll get tank tops that go higher up into your armpit.
Well, I mean, why not just put on a t-shirt?
I mean, you could, but
No one wants to see your armpits.
no, armpits are weird.
Yeah, right?
They're a weird concept.
Yeah, for concept.
Ears
they're-
are too. Ears are also weird.
Well, no, ears make sense. You got to like funnel the sound in.
Kind of.
Where have we gone?
I don't know.
Where are we? We're in the hype
It all
chamber.
started-
This is where weird things happen.
Apparently.
This is the hyperbolic chamber. Time is irrelevant, or time is relevant no more. All we know is the Condors in St. Clair, and we already have seen the future. We know the result of it.
Watch them just the Condors Academy squad just completely make us eat our words.
I hope so.
I hope so
I mean,
too.
the goal for us as commentators is to tell a story, and I think we've done a very good job of telling the
A
story
story.
today. Yes. Well, yeah, I think it's a good story too. It's a story of immovable obstacle,
Yep.
right? And now, if they move the obstacle, you're gonna go crazy because you know that's not supposed to happen. Hey, there's Frizzy. He's the guy that made the game explainer that you guys saw earlier. He's also on the varsity squad. So hopefully they're playing Keanu later, and I do believe they won that matchup the last time they played.
I feel like
could be
that is correct.
I'm like 86% sure that they did.
86%.
Yeah. We're not saying, come on, St. Clair. We're gonna DQ you.
That's actually how we're gonna win.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
I'll take it.
I think it's like 10, 15 minutes for forfeit.
Now let's make it 5.
Make it 10.
It's St. Clair.
seconds.
They get enough wins. They don't need another one.
No.
They just don't need another one. Get rid of it. Although we got a good win last year. It was our academy squad that did. That's why they got the gold jerseys. Birdie was on the team, so he doesn't have a gold jersey. But we got the gold jersey on a couple of our players right now because they
All three of them on the desk
Yeah.
have it.
because they won.
They did.
Look at
Look,
that.
there's one.
Yep.
Shatter with his gold jersey.
Shatter. Yep. Back out of retirement. Old man's back in the seat.
It's not even that old.
Oh, we can't see his, but
Yeah,
there's
Shaco's got
there's-
his sweater on.
yeah.
Shaco,
I guess it's a little bit there, but yeah.
I don't know how he plays with the sweater on. I sweat so bad when I play.
Oh,
It's weird.
the only thing I can't play with on is a hoodie. Or sorry, not hoodie, an hoodie,
Oh, yeah.
because it's
no.
too big. It
Oh,
just
you get,
like
like-
messes up your
Ugh.
your muscle memory. Yeah. But he's got it on. He's got the spirit there.
You can see it slightly.
The spirit of a champion is just beneath the surface.
Do you think he ever like goes to lean back and the hat stops him?
Oh, that's why. I mean, there's multiple reasons I don't wear hats, but I used to wear hats backwards, and yes, that was very annoying. I would do that all the time.
My brother used to do that too.
just
And
hit
then
it
he,
and
then
like,
he'd get annoyed, and it's like you're wearing it like that.
Yeah, no, that's brutal. Hey, Frizzy put a lot of work in on that other game explainer before. He did another one too about terminology, some things you might hear during the cast today and future Call of Duty casts. So let's take a glance at that one as well.
While Call of Duty is a pretty straightforward game, you may hear a couple unfamiliar terms while watching. Let's go over a few of them. ADS, or aim down sights. This one's pretty straightforward. It's the act of looking through a weapon sights or scope for improved accuracy. Jump shot. jumping before or while in a gunfight to make your character harder to hit. Slide canceling, a technique to quickly chain together tactical sprints, allowing for faster movement and evasive maneuvers. Pre-firing, shooting at a location where an enemy is expected to appear before they actually are there. Head glitch, when you stand behind an object that covers your whole body except for your head, making you a harder target for your enemy to hit. Drop shot, a move where a player drops to the ground while simultaneously firing their weapon, making them a harder target to hit. Wall bang, shooting through walls or other surfaces to damage or eliminate enemies. Keep an ear out for other terms, but hopefully this gets you ready to follow COD's fast-paced action.
I'm going to slide cancel to the jump shot wall bang.
Yeah. What a shot.
Yeah, thank you. It was a great shot. Highlight it, clip it. We'll have clips later. Maybe we at least salvage today's game series with some some clips.
Some clips.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
I don't know. Maybe we'll see. We'll see what's going on. But yeah, as we get St. Clair in the matchup, maybe they're just trying to ice us. I see it's psychological warfare now, St. Clair. I see what it is. I see what games you're up to.
They're trying to get us nice and relaxed so that we just don't hold our controllers right.
Yeah, that's what it is. The biggest thing coming into this is Shatter.
Yes.
He doesn't have a lot of time into Black Ops 6, so that muscle memory isn't going to be quite as there. And we knew even a player, Taylor mentioned, there was some initial troubles for him getting used to the newer movement. Now, obviously, they've had a lot of time to get into it and get used to it, but for Shatter with a little bit less of that experience, how's it going to go? So we're hoping that just his mechanics, his aim, that gunplay for him is going to be on point, and I think that's why Taylor wanted him to jump back in with the squad again, is to have some sort of a reliable pawn in this chess game that they're playing to be able to count on, so that Taylor doesn't feel like he has to end up picking up some of the slack.
Yeah, it's a reasonable thing. It's a reasonable ask from Taylor, from the boys who have been on this roster already, Shaco included. I mean, some of the things I've seen that kid do during matches is absolutely insane.
I mean, again, he played on the varsity squad a couple semesters ago.
You would have seen that. I didn't.
Huh? Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, and yeah, no. So he was. What I do remember specifically from one of those matches though was him going for a pistol shot and then jumping off of the high-rise map and eliminating himself. So that was fun.
Would have been if you got it the exchange, it would have been a reasonable thing. But that's just that's kind of funny. So goofy, oopsie.
Yep. But that was a long time ago. We won't hold it over his head.
No, he's done nothing but good now.
Yeah, nothing but good. He's
nothing
infallible.
But good. Great.
We put
legend.
We put him on the academy squad because it wouldn't be fair for all the other Superconference teams on the varsity team.
Yeah, it's actually gonna be he's gonna be the only person to actually beat St. Clair. He's gonna 1v4 them all.
I'm down.
I want to see it. I'd pay to see it.
Yeah, if you could tell me that will happen, I'd pay to see it.
I can say it. Whether I can promise it would happen.
All right, you guys at home should pay to see it. Subscribe to the channel right now. If you're watching on Twitch, hit the subscribe button. I think we got emotes. Yeah, we got a couple of emotes in there.
I think so.
Yeah, if you got Prime, any primers in chat, use that Twitch Prime right now. If you're watching on YouTube, I don't know if we have the join functionality, but you can at least hit the subscribe button as well to make sure that you're notified of all of our broadcasts in the future.
Would be helpful.
Yeah.
You can see us all the time, hear us all the time.
It'd be fair. But not all the time. We're not always live, but you could go back and watch the VODs, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
So technically, I guess you could almost all the time, except when you're sleeping. You're not technically hearing us then.
I mean, you can use us as sleep aid. It's a little sad.
Well, I wouldn't. That's a lot of yelling. I feel like that would be the audio levels on that would be all over the place.
I mean, you could try a League of Legends cast, but Curtis and I get really loud when you least expect it.
Yeah.
So that might scare you.
But it is League of Legends, so you'd probably fall asleep pretty quickly.
Our team makes it fun, though.
Yeah, I mean, I like the players.
I do too. I also like how they play.
I still can't say I like the game.
The game, no. Our team and the way they play, yes. overall, the game as a whole, no thanks.
That's fair. We should get some Deadlock.
Yeah.
There is a collegiate scene now.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's good. Getting more esports in.
Yeah, we gotta get a Condors team together.
Yeah, I can think of a couple. I have access to the game. I just have not ever touched it. It's downloaded on my PC.
Very fun.
It sits on my desktop. It looks at me and yells at me to play it, and I click another game instead.
And then what do? You open Solitaire again.
I wish I was good at solitaire.
Can you be bad at Solitaire?
Yes. I can say that for a fact because I am bad at solitaire.
I don't know the strats on Solitaire.
I don't either. Usually I just click and hope that I get it correct.
No, I really like Deadlock. It's like it's a hero shooter in MOBA form.
Yeah.
But it's always got something going on. There isn't that normal boring start to a MOBA.
Have you played Marvel Rivals yet?
No.
Okay. We're on the same page.
Good.
There's a lot of color. It's a little overstimulating.
It is a lot. And Deadlock very much is 6 players on the field. It's a lot.
Sounds almost like Overwatch.
Overwatch was 6, went down to 5, and they're talking about going back to 6.
Oh.
Also, they're talking about going third person.
Oh. That'll be a game changer.
Yeah, Marvel Rivals.
Literally.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense, too. If you look at any of the competitors that are successful right now around them, if you're looking at Deadlock and Rivals, is like third person is kind of that approach right now.
I don't know if I could ever really play third person. Like, there's a couple games that have the third person option, and I very rarely use it. Because first person, just especially in shooters, it makes it easier to actually shoot.
Sometimes. I mean, it depends on the game.
That is very true.
Depends on
It
how
also
they make
depends
the
on
shooting,
just your overall skill of the game.
Yeah. No, I never minded third person games. Have you never played anything like Last of Us or anything like that?
No, those are too scary for me, unfortunately.
That's fair. They're very good though. You should play them.
I've watched gameplay.
Okay, that's good. And at least watch the show.
I've not watched the show.
Oh my God.
I don't remember the last time I watched a TV show or a movie.
Well, I don't want to. Everyone's going to bombard you with recommendations, but I would wager that Last of Us is probably on a lot of people's recommendations.
I feel like I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Chat, what are the 3 we're still waiting on St. Clair, by the way, so that's why we're going off the rails here. What are the 3 shows you would recommend right now to everyone else in chat? I would have to give everyone The Expanse is my first one. Hands down, I would say watch The Expanse. We have a Severance from production. I've heard a lot of good things about Severance. I haven't watched it yet. It's only on Apple TV now. I do not have that. But I have heard very good things about Severance. But yeah, Expanse. If you haven't watched Expanse, go watch Expanse. I would also say Westworld Season 1.
Only Season 1?
Yeah, I think it was perfect, and in the sense of the dialogue that it was trying to approach of what sentience is and the multiple routes towards consciousness. And I thought it dealt with those narratives very, very, very well, to a point that I was happy. I haven't watched the 2nd or 3rd or 4th season because I don't need it. Like, I felt that first season was just perfect on its own.
Fulfilling enough.
Yes, yeah.
Interesting. I'd go with the Season 1 of Alice in Borderlands.
Okay.
Once I watched Season 2 and I just did not like it at all.
Yeah, my partner also said that.
Yeah, just there's just something about it that wasn't.
I watched some of the scenes when I was passing through the living room, and I was also like, "What is this?"
Yeah, Season 1 was the height of it. I haven't read the mangas, but it's good.
Yeah. And then once this conversation's done, if they're not here yet, we'll go to break. But I have a few more questions.
Okay.
Do you watch anime?
I used to quite a lot.
I will throw an anime recommendation there. Hunter
x Hunter?
Yes.
I've heard of it. There's a list of animes. I have someone yelling at me to watch Bleach, One Piece.
I never watched Bleach. I will eventually get into One Piece.
Eventually, I'll get bored enough to turn them on, but I haven't touched anime in a while.
Hunter x Hunter I would put to the top of your list. I will say, overrated. Let's trigger people. Overrated, Demon Slayer.
Really?
Yeah, Demon Slayer's not good. Yeah.
It's not
It's pretty.
It's nice. I think another overrated one would be.
My
I was
Hero.
a fan of this My Hero Academia.
My Hero's overrated.
Yep.
Very overrated.
Yeah.
I thought it fell into a lot of tropes that I just thought were kind of meh.
It was very familiar,
Yeah.
which kind of made it easy to watch.
That's why I like Hunter x Hunter. The
Yeah.
whole point of it was to utilize tropes in a way that were realistic to the characters without falling into the trap of tropes for tropes.
Interesting.
Yes. Very good. Anyway, I think St. Clair's starting to join soon, so hopefully we'll have some Call of Duty related discussion happening in a little bit here. But you can see the varsity squad is also getting
Rolling
prepared
in.
for their match. They play at 8:30, I believe. So as long as this is the 0-3 we're predicting, we should be done in time for their matchup later on. But this delay will get us a little bit closer, so we won't have as long a break between our academy squad and our varsity squad. But yeah, back to the series. Vault is our first map, and Hardpoint, in case you guys didn't see, pick up enough in that video before, Hardpoint, they have rotating points that are there for 60 seconds. And
Yep.
it's 60, right? Yeah.
60.
And every second they can garner a point. They have to get 250 points. After 60 seconds, that point moves. You'll see the players rotating around before points disappear, trying to position themselves to force the spawns of their opponents to be in a spot that doesn't help them on the next point.
Yep. And Taylor right off the bat, a nice little grenade kill,
Yeah.
little spot that you can actually hit. That is a strat.
I mean,
he did it well.
In general, this is really good. So something we mentioned before is point one's been trouble for the squad in the past here, and 3 kills right off the bat to get them positioned was really good. Unfortunately, St. Clair stepped it up and got a couple answers of their own back, and now they do have control of it. But we got 10 points on the board, and that was a good start. The question is how long are going to be able to hold on to that kind of play for?
Yeah, and it's hard to break onto some of these points. Like point 1 that we're on right now, it's a struggle. Especially there's so many spots that you can enter in. Here we see Taylor actually holding spawns for his team. These are the desired spawns for P2, which is over here in Hot Tub. And St. Clair is already on it. They can make guesses on where they think they are. Obviously, Hot Tub is a strat. And there they go. Shatter taking on the points, collecting points for his team.
Yeah.
Still a pretty close game, which is good to see. St. Clair got the flip on spawns, taking someone out. And I think Birdie killed himself with a grenade, a Semtech.
Yeah, unfortunately, as you said, we got the flip on the spawn there, and it's just down to Taylor on point to try to hold off as long as possible. Contest it just to make sure they can maintain or keep that point difference as close as possible. And I'm wondering if they're going to start rotating next. I mean, you got 20 seconds left and you're far enough away. You probably don't want to try to get back to cap this. Try to grab, next point. And I think that is the objective for them right now. They're going to pick at mid. It's going to buy them a lot of space on that side of the map, out in the street, to be able to control this next point. Now, they are about 30 points behind, but if they can hold this on, they'll be able to make that difference.
They will, and we see Shaco here getting ready to take some picks from the rotating St. Clair, and he gets a double on that one, waiting for hopefully a third, or just to see where they are. And here's Birdie going up top arts to make sure he can kind of get a little bit of some snipes going.
This has been real good for them. I mean, honestly, Shaco's been on a roll right now, and if there's a player to watch, it's going to be Shaco, because his positioning has been so good. He's been catching players off guard.
Speaking of Shaco, he's on a killing spree right now.
That's what I'm saying.
He's a madman.
Oh, he's dead now. But
Well, yeah, he was a madman. We'll see if it comes back. It most likely will. His skill is phenomenal.
yeah, here's the problem though: is we're getting to the end of every point, and we're starting to lose it. Now, it's fine. We can jump to the next point, but that's going to make us continually play a little bit from behind. If we can hold a point for almost the entirety of it, we'll be in a better position. But look at that gap, not too far behind. They're playing pretty well right now. As long as St. Clair doesn't find an answer back, we're good. Shatter going for 2, and that's going to be good. That buys his teammates a good amount of space. We've got the point, and we're getting ourselves back in top of the leaderboard.
And here's Malvo holding down back to see if he can get some picks. Shatter losing his fight, but Shaco picks up a double kill for his team. Taylor as well, as Taylor goes in trying to hold off these St. Clair players to leave his team some breathing room on this point.
Yeah, this is good for a squad so far. It might get a backdoor right now as Gorilla tries to make his way in. But again, with the point almost gone, Condors are still in a good position. A 20-point lead is going to be massive for them. Now the last amount of points that St. Clair can get on this will only bring them to even. So the Condors, in position, back for P1, are going to be able to start to put themselves into the lead if they can hold this off. But a little bit of a push here almost disrupts that attempt. But Shaco, yet again, is holding down the fort before being taken down.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate little fight there, but he got his exchange in the end of things. The main thing is if you die, you want at least one player taken down with you from the other team. We see St. Clair trying to make these pushes in, but Shaco and Shatter both working together to hold it off, while the other players on the team, Taylor and Birdie, get on point to get that hill time. But Malvo is holding up Top Cat. Yeah. Making it difficult, and there's St. Clair taking over the point.
I think what's good to see about this right now is Condors shooting's pretty good. I mean, look at this. We're in the lead right now, and we're probably going to end up being able to hold on to this so we can get ourselves to next point. But this is a good start. We just can't get too ahead of ourselves and start trickling. Make sure you're thinking about those next points, that map control. And they've done exactly that once again in a good position to hang on to P2.
They are, and they're once again, going for spawn. Shaco up top of this little building here. Never actually figured out the call up, but Taylor holding down, left alone to hold it down. Gets taken out by St. Clair, who then covers the point. Yeah. We've flipped out. We don't have the favorite spawns. It's going to be hard to get those spawns. Gorilla coming up, taking some pickings for himself. Yeah,
that's not good. The fact that they got that flip was problematic. I mean, they were positioned and set up for it, you see, and now they're just starting to dive in, trying to get the flip themselves. I mean, there's still 30 seconds on the point. You want to contest this one. This isn't the time that you give up on this point and try to get set up for next. You got to get some points on here because you're going to drastically lose control of the series if you don't. And they're trying to make their ways in there, but look at these intercepts by Gorilla.
Yeah, and he's already working his way around to where he knows the Condors are. Doesn't get far enough to accidentally hit that flip, unfortunately. But St. Clair is still holding P2 down. But at the same time, they have not rotated, except for one player, to new, which leads the Condors an easy slide onto time.
Yep, and Condors, while they do have a little bit of control here, I don't think it's going to last long. Yeah, they're losing the gunfights right in the middle of the map, and there's the control from St. Clair. We expected some good early gunfights for the Condors. Control now, though, St. Clair is starting to show.
However, we're seeing Chico has picked up an AR. Our SMG player has picked up an AR. We're going to see how good he is with these laser beams. He's already kind of proven himself, but Malvo holding this point down for his team is unfortunate. But we've gotten those players taken off. Yeah. Just not getting on the point.
No, that was good. Losing Shatter up there could have been a problem, but Shatter won. He's got balcony. You get that oversight down onto the point. That's huge. Eventually he was shut down, but that bought a lot of time for the rest of the Condors to get set up on this point and get ourselves back into the game. Still 20 behind, but they're not out of it yet.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of exchanges in these kills. Still pretty close on time, overall points. P4, however, is a hard hill to get into if you don't play it right. So the boys just showcased what it's like to play it right, to break onto point, onto hill, and now they just gotta hold it.
If they can, though. Good positioning, though. I like the crossfire there because that gave Taylor a chance to take down one of the players making the win there, but Bendy goes on a bit of a killing spree there, shuts him down. But yeah, this is troublesome for the squad. I mean, the fact that they're getting a couple gunfights, but always feeling like they're playing a little bit behind. Yeah, means they're going to keep playing from behind.
They will. There's just some things that maybe the callouts aren't right, or just some mistakes. I wouldn't call them mistakes, just maybe misplays. St. Clair, like you said, being a little bit of one step ahead. But Condors are good for these rotates. They are rotating when they need to. Yeah, it's just holding the hill that they're struggling with.
I wouldn't say that they're necessarily one step ahead. It's just sometimes we're just not winning the gunfight, and it just simply comes down to that. I think regardless of that, like positioning-wise, they're playing pretty toe-to-toe. You're right, there might be one mistake here and there that gets jumped on, but overall, not the worst play here from the Condors, and a nice little two-piece for Mr. Birdie Pejaro. This Shaco also has been popping off.
He has. He's been holding spawns a little bit, the desired spawns that they want. And ultimately, they're coming back. I mean, it's 212 to 150 right now, obviously in St. Clair's favor, but we're winning these fights. Shaco with the TPs with the help of Taylor. St. Clair has taken over time, but there's only 10 seconds left. You just need to start making those rotations. But Condors know they still have spawns for P2. They're on P2. They're ready to take time.
They're going to know that Birdie's in the middle, and he still gets the gunfight win anyways. Let's see if he can take down Gorilla. That actually buys a lot of space. He might get turned on by DeFazio. He does exactly that. But Condors on point here, trying to just hold it in. It's just down to Shaco. He's been playing good, but I don't know how you do in a 1v4. Yeah, not too well.
No, it's a tough one to try to win, but now they're back in the same position. We've seen them trying to break back onto these spawns. Birdie, however, he's gotten spawns for his team for P2. 20 seconds remain. There's Shatter smacking someone in the face.
Well, 20 seconds remain, but it's 5 seconds until St. Clair wins this. And unfortunately, it looks like they will end up taking this one, at least on the next point, because they've got spawns for it. I mean, the Condors dove onto this, just trying to stop the win, which you kind of have to do, but you also give up control of that next spot. So if they don't do something crazy and drastic and win a lot of gunfights here, then they're probably done for. Yeah.
That was unfortunate. It was a good game, though. That was closer and a better showcase of what Condors Academy can bring to the table than I think we've seen so far.
No, it wasn't that bad. I mean, like, obviously coming into this, we've painted that quite a chilling story that it's going to be absolutely destruction. But I don't think it was entirely that. There were definitely there was a semblance of control in the latter half of the series from St. Clair that was on display. But for the most part, the Condors didn't feel like they were letting it phase them. They were still getting in there and trusting their gunplay to push them through a lot of these situations. I mean, like, even looking into that last bit there, I mean, the fact they even got to the point was partially helped there from Birdie. The fact that he got that kill eventually, that took a little while in the center on P1, then was able to wrap around. That got them a little bit extra pressure. Now, you did see, though, St. Clair had extra players positioned for him that they could eventually take him out. Their comms were solid. So they were able to react very well to the Condors, but I think they definitely had to react. That's the point here, is that the Condors were making them react. This wasn't just a muscle memory situation for St. Clair. They had to put in a couple synapses.
Yeah, a couple of some pressure points from the Condors. I think St. Clair in the beginning, actually, the way they played was a little almost like they were taken back, a little shocked.
Yeah.
Almost like they weren't expecting this from the Condors.
They had
which
to put it into gear.
A little unfair. Put some respect on our names, especially in our gold jerseys. I mean, these boys have fought hard to get to where they are. I mean, they went up a whole division to get into where they're fighting now against these tough teams. And yes, they are currently 0-2, but they're doing well.
Yeah, no, not too bad. And we come into S&D next, which again is a chance for a team to turn it around. This is oftentimes where we'll see an underdog end up sweeping up with a win. So hopefully they can do that. They'll be heading to protocol very soon. But before that, we're going to take a quick little break here and jump, stretch our legs, move around, and we'll be back in just a few.
Condors Esports is innovating intercollegiate gaming in Ontario and beyond. We've built a community where you can compete, play, and work in a dynamic program accessible from all campuses.
Condors Esports is more than just gaming. Here, you'll find empowerment and inspiration in state-of-the-art facilities equipped with the latest technologies and unwavering support.
We are varsity athletes, turning victories into championships as high-performing gamers.
We are relentless, constantly pushing our limits and pursuing excellence through every match.
We are Condors. Gaming connects us on campus or online, all through best-in-class equipment.
We're building a foundation of experience, powered by our passion, in developing skills that drive personal and professional success.
We are eager students transforming our dreams into careers in dynamic and emerging industries.
Condors Esports goes beyond gaming, fostering enduring friendships, unforgettable experiences, and meaningful connections.
This is your chance to transform your passion for video games, esports, and technology into something impactful. Learn how Conestoga is introducing Condors Esports to your campus and connect with fellow Condors striving to soar.
We are Condors.
If a career in esports sounds wow to you, it's not. This is where your profession plus your passion could come together. Would still need what traditional business would need. The more distinct difference is in traditional sports, no one owns the ball. But in esports, someone does own the game. And this is part of what we're going to discuss in this program. You'd be able to learn how to run an esports event on the operations side to the management side of it. Marketing and promotions, how to deal with sponsorships, how to deal with partnerships, and also a big part of our industry is social media as well. What you're working on now is probably also needed. This industry needs all kinds of professionals. If you're looking for change, this program could be a converging point. Good luck and have fun.
Hope you're ready as we get looking towards our second map, Protocol, with some Search and Destroy coming up in just a few moments here against St. Clair. You know?
Yeah, I do know.
Good.
Shockingly.
Glad you knew. Because if you didn't, now you know.
Would have been an issue.
Yeah, knowledge is power.
It is.
Get learned. What do you think about this S&D Protocol?
We've seen Academy do S&D on Protocol. It tends to be one of the go-to maps, dare I say, for S&D. It's either usually, for all I know, I could be saying all the maps that involve S&D. Protocol and Vault, and then Red Card is kind of, I know our Varsity squad kind of prefers Red Card for S&D, which is interesting. For Protocol, you'll usually see teams try to fast plant A, which is underneath in the control center, underneath in that bunker. You can see the big giant doors there. We've seen teams get entirely taken out by a single Semtech grenade. It's a very tricky thing. We see Taylor running straight down to where he finds all these St. Clair players, but the team is also there to back him up.
Yeah, what a cross. He almost had that surprise factor on them, but immediately almost pre-fire just coming down there. But the rest of the squad's there, and they do know that A is obviously the what you called before the objective. I mean, you go for the A rush, but I mean, a conversion can easily happen.
They're
that's
already
exactly
rotating
what's happening. You know, they make their way over to B site, and they've got that locked down too. But the Condors even up the scoreboard here.
Is Shaco? Okay, he's got both a SMG and a AR. I was like, is he running an AR now? I guess so. But yeah, it's only him. Now it's no longer him.
Wow, where did that come from?
Back on, I think there's a
laser,
little gun back there, but yeah.
That's
unfortunate. Oh, now we can see where it's coming from.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it came from behind.
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't see the shots, but
He was two-tapped.
That makes sense. I saw bullets, and they look like they're coming from nowhere.
Honestly, that is one of the worst things about this game. Sometimes you see bullets, and you think they're coming from in front of you, and you're like, where is this person? Yeah. And then you see your kill cam, and you're like, how did I not know that?
They're over there, yeah. Well, that's round one for St. Clair. Now we're on attack. We'll see if we take the same strategy. Make our way down to A there. But yeah, through mid there. Watch out. Good first pick there from Shaco. Yeah, that's a good spin on that. That puts the Condors, well, it did at an advantage. We still are up there. We lost Taylor on the way over on our journey. But thankfully, it's only Bendy and Malov that are left now for the Condors to take out.
Yeah, a little 2v2 right now. Shaco with bomb, Birdie running with him. Shaco sees someone over on Heli. He knows one's there. They don't know where the second player is. Birdie gets taken out, and Shaco makes a run for it to A, where it's easier. shockingly for him to guard.
Oh yeah,
We'll
they have no idea either, right? Like they were expecting that rotate, but you're right. Easier to guard. We'll see if he does it though. Oh, when he makes his way up to the top, gets caught out on the zip. That's unfortunate.
That's rough.
Yeah.
It was a good effort, very good effort. That zip is just, you literally get left hanging on a line.
Yeah, I mean you're shooting fish in a barrel.
Just hanging like laundry up there. But they're chatting, they're talking. Definitely probably some strat differences. It looked like they were going to rush B to a degree. But that little 180 that Shaco did on the St. Clair player, that's impressive. That was very nice, very clean.
It was a great kill. I mean, it put the Condors at the spot where they had the upper hand for a little bit there. Fortunately, we still walk away with a loss in it. That's a second one over to St. Clair. First to 6 wins. Some search and destroy. Again, this is the chance that the Condors need is to win on an S&D, right? It's just eliminate 4 and you've won a round. Simple as that.
Yeah, and here's Taylor and Birdie working together, taking some picks on Fazio and Malvo. Some good picks. We got Gorilla and oh no, it was Bendy that actually got taken out. It's Gorilla and Malvo that are currently remaining.
Yes,
Malvo with the
yeah.
bomb. Welcome back to Call of Duty, where the scoreboards and everything are incorrect.
Well, the thing is, they're stuck. I mean, they're in a tough position right now. The Condors actually have a really good hold on the map. They've got that B site locked. They're watching those crosses, and you have in the middle there as well. Shatter is watching in case they do try to make a cross on the backside there as well. So really good positioning for the Condors. You know, if they try to go A site, they at least know, and you still have 2 players that can move over. But now they might expect an A push. Yeah, you see.
Oh, he's seen him. Is he gonna chow it?
He's trying to stay alive as long as possible. Unfortunately, he doesn't. But now there's 2v2.
He gained the insight of where they are. And Taylor, oh no, getting taken out. It's just left to Birdie, and he's got 2 players, and he switches to a pistol.
He is in the ground.
He is, yeah. Welcome to, like we said, Call of Duty, where everything is very strange.
That felt like a round they should have won. I mean, yeah, like what happened here? I mean, they had the numbers advantage. It seemed that they didn't expect, I guess, the positioning specifically on A site from the St. Clair squad, and they just did not have their sights on target once those targets came into sight.
Yeah, I mean, Shatter could have stayed on that heady, the little head glitch at the back. Would have been a little difficult, especially when both St. Clair players ended up with the chow. And then Taylor just had an unfortunate slide in, lost his life, and then it was left up to Birdie.
Well,
but
nice.
Taylor,
Yep.
redemption.
A rush.
Oh, Shatter.
Straight onto site. Unfortunately, we're losing players.
We are. Shatter just got taken off of control. That was a head glitch, one of the more annoying ones, but unfortunately just didn't get set up right. Shaco, the last alive,
Ooh,
gets
aggressive.
one. There's 2 more. Leaves the bomb.
Yeah, I mean, do they just go for? They're just probably going to stick a defuse now at this point, right?
They could. Finds one. He gets
Ooh!
one.
It doesn't buy them enough time, though.
No,
That-
almost.
I like the thought process. Make sure you got your flank covered down there too. Buy yourself a little bit of space. Unfortunately, it just was not enough time to clear it. If he got a little bit more time before dying from that last player there, even if he died, he just needed a little more time. That's all Shaco was looking for.
Yeah, and Bendy was kind of low. It was just an unfortunate, lay of events. He got the person off bomb, but yeah, time was just literally not on their side. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, 4 rounds in a row. It looks like there was some answers there, though. I mean, they got bomb planted. They almost held it down. That was almost a round win for the Condors, but it really does feel like they're having to put everything into it. Shaco, again, looks like he's been playing phenomenally for the squad today. It's obviously going to need the whole team to be working together for this to be a win, but overall, he's been looking good. Shattered
Where
down.
did Shatter just die from?
Gun.
Yeah. There's Bendy taking out Birdie in the window. Spots one of the players by tower. It is Taylor MC, who goes back into St. Clair's spawn. It's only Shaco and Taylor alive.
Well,
And
you spoke a
it's
little
just
too soon
Shaco.
there. It's just down to Shaco. Last live again at 1v4. A little bit much to ask. I mean, he's going to get at least one down, but instantly the cross comes in, and there's a 5th round on the board for St. Clair.
A 5-0. This is interesting, to say the least. There's a lot of... I'm surprised that they haven't noticed, or I don't know why it's not getting called out. Like, hey, St. Clair loves to plant on B. Just go B right now.
Yeah.
Send 3 B and 1 A, which is kind of what they've been doing, but...
So the question now, though, is do they just go for another A rush since it's the only thing worked, or they try to go for the mix-up for the Condors here now that they're on attack?
Or do they sit back and play it slow and just try to, win these gunfights up mid, which Birdie gets his first blood. There's 3 players left. We've already seen that doesn't really matter. Shadow gets a pick of his own before one of the St. Clair players takes him out.
There we go. This should be a round win then if they can work together. 3-on-1. Don't try to take these engagements solo, guys, right now. Just go in, work together, get those crosses, and shut down this last player. Bendy should lose this round. There's no way that they end up on top here. They have to watch their flank, though. Oh, he's just, a takedown. That's a little bit of BM, too, knowing that there's 2 other players around. That hurts the soul a little bit.
Yeah, these St. Clair players are...
Oh, no. DeFazio is about to step in. If we weren't here for the Condors, I'd be popping off right now because this is quite the play from Bendy. If he can shut down this last player, obviously he can't just stick the defuse here. He knows that other player's going to be on him now, and there he is right away. And Bendy is going to shut down Taylor to secure the clutch. 1v3, a takedown to start it all off. Finishing off with the defuse, and that is the St. Clair win as well. What a play from that player. I mean, you got to hand it to Bendy. You don't often see a play like that.
No, however, I don't like their attitude.
Here's the thing.
I would have been losing my... If I was the Condors, I would have to leave the room. I will not lie. I would literally be leaving the room, and you'd be seeing me absolutely saying a bunch of stuff that I would not be able to say on broadcast.
No, that one hurts a little bit. I mean, as much as you're coming into the series saying, like, hey, we're not going to win it, it's like you see that, you're like, oh, okay, this is what we're in for here. I mean, S&D, I said it before, is one of those maps or game modes that you have that potential to be able to shut it down. I mean, the good thing is that they're still talking. They're still trying to figure out what to do. I mean, they're not giving up at this point. It definitely feels like there's an overwhelming bit of stuff, I guess, in your way. There's definitely not going to be easy, but the fact that they're still trying to find a solution is a testament to, the competitiveness of these players. The fact they still want to win, obviously.
Yeah, there's always that aspect of we need to learn from this.
Mm-hmm.
What can we do different? Who, as much as it sucks to say, who is our kind of, hold down or not the best player in that round? And you don't want to, point people out, and I'm not going to, but in a team aspect, you have to, point those people out and be like, hey,
You're saying someone was playing bad.
No. I mean, we lost, but there's issues and circumstances that probably shouldn't have happened that led to deaths and just misplays that can be talked about and fixed.
Right. Well, we'll see if they fix it. Or if this ends up being a sweep 0-3 for St. Clair. We're going to take one more quick break and find out if the finale is on the other side.
Conestoga College is setting the stage for a new era in gaming. In 2025, we're opening a state-of-the-art esports venue, a premier facility for high-performing gamers in Canada.
In this 10,000 square foot facility, we're putting you in the center of the action. The facility will have 50 top-tier PC stations, 5 console stations, immersive VR stations, a team operations room, a full production suite, and a premier competition stage.
Esports is a rapidly evolving industry with global viewership of 532 million in 2022. This initiative goes beyond esports. It's also a platform for forging bonds, making memories, and creating connections.
Since 2020, Condors Esports continues to evolve, providing industry-leading facilities and experiences to the esports community.
Conestoga's esports venue expresses a sustainable and intentional future to compete, play, and work, all powered by gaming.
St. Clair sweep potential. I just couldn't even word at this point. I'm brain dead today. Thankfully, we're watching Call of Duty. Nice and simple. Shooty shoot. Yeah, no, St. Clair sweep potential is still alive. They're on match point when it comes to the series. They've taken map 1. They've taken map 2. And map 2, to put it lightly, was, well, not in our favor.
Yeah.
And it was finished in
6-0
style, too.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that hurts. So, you know, if we can win this one, it'll be good. You know, it'll be nice. It started off like, all right, you know, we were on the board. 178's not too bad in that hardpoint map. But then you look at a 6-0. I mean, that shouldn't happen. In an S&D, you should absolutely be taking at least one round, even if it is just through getting 4 kills. Like, even if you just take the strat of let's all just run this way and shoot at the same people. You know, it's like there seems to be like, generally you take a round. Unfortunately, we did not. So that one did go to St. Clair. And next up we have Control, which I don't know, man. I don't know if I see this going too well at this point for the squad.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. We might see some good gunfights. We might not. As we pointed out a multitude of times tonight, because apparently he is our star player in our eyes. Shaco is one to watch for these fights.
Absolutely.
He's probably going to be the one with the most amount of kills. I'd say a positive KDA. We will see how they go about strats here. We'll see if they do a hard B push, if they'll stick A, if they lose on lives or time, or they pull rounds. It is the first to 3. We'll see if it's a 3-0, a 2-1, 2-1, a 3-1.
The good thing is that it's back on Fault, which is, again, a map that we had it kind of close to. I mean, this is basically taking turns at a hard point. I mean, it's just king of the hill for a little bit. You just got to get control of that point. Don't die 30 times as a team, and you can win it. So that's, you know, there's the possibility here of them just getting themselves back into it and stopping this sweep from St. Clair.
Oh, wait, that's a game changer. There was a team kill and a birdie kill from grenades in there. This is, obviously, you do have lives. It is a respawn game mode, but
it's limited.
It is. It's very limited. It's like 30 lives or something like that. They go by quick. They go by very quick if you are not careful.
Yep.
And we see the Condors already kind of drilling through St. Clair's lives.
We're on defense right now. All we got to do is hold off and make sure that these points aren't capped right now. First kill there. You hope that second kill came out as he aimed his gun down a little bit. Birdie, again, having some trouble from this top balcony. It's been a few times he's not been able to confirm a kill right away from up there. So that is unfortunate because that allows St. Clair to just cruise on through this A point and lock it in, getting them an extra minute on the board.
Well, that's unfortunate. Birdie did kind of go around for that flank and just didn't win that fight. Shatter and Taylor both winning their fights before getting taken down equally. Shaco trying to go for a 2-piece. Will he get it? Almost, maybe.
He's trying. He's got a
alive.
teammate. Yeah, he's got a teammate with him too, and that's the important thing, is staying alive so that they can continue to lock down this B point. They've got balcony as well. I mean, they're in a decent position, but like this is going to be hard. You got a minute 24 to try to shut this down.
It is very unfortunate. They've already locked down A, so they have an extra minute of time, and they're just tearing through the Condors. Yeah, literally. With bullets, and they pushed into our spawn.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see some spawn traps coming out. Bendy already pushing in, holding this little palm tree before kind of going to make sure that no one can take them out.
The good thing is Birdie still had control of the balcony up there, right? He still was able to be able to look down on site, and he never got pushed up on. So they do still have a little bit of pressure on B site here. They're probably going to try to clear that tick if they can, but I mean, pushing up that far is going to put you in a position of being able to be taken out from across, from inside the building as well. But they're doing a decent job of holding. Now they got to watch point though, contest that up. They almost gave away second tick, or they might have.
No, they did. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's,
you're right. No, it didn't. It was just under. Yeah.
Oh, they got so lucky. I will not lie. They got very lucky with that. Shaco holding down this little front end. Nice. Your Lion gets one.
Yeah, you know that's coming in. Good play from Shaco, though. I mean, I don't care that he lost his life there. That was huge.
He got 2
for Shaco, yeah.
They're very even on lives. 10-9 in St. Clair's favor by a whole whopping 1. 33 seconds to get this.
Good push by Taylor as well. He knew that player was out there in streets by the trees. I mean, they're holding off for now, but I don't know how long it's going to last. Dude, Bendy got that trophy down too. You're not going to be able to just try to frag them out. And with both Birdie and Shaco and Shatter down, this could be the end of this round. That could be a point there for St. Clair as they lock in that first round of control.
It's unfortunate, but that showcases how you play control.
Yeah, I mean, again, they did a good job after losing point A, trying to recover, and we knew it would kind of be close. We saw they played on this map before. Unfortunately, it was just losing that first point so quickly made defending B so much harder.
It really does, especially when you have the full team stack on there. Speeds up the capture time. We will now see how the Condors do on the attacker side.
I wonder if they'll split.
They might, but we also might see a St. Clair spawn trap, which if that happens, we will see how the Condors will respond to that pressure, because sometimes it really messes up some players' heads.
No split. They want A as well.
They did go for a bit of a split.
Yeah, well, I meant split over to B as well. But yeah, they want that. They got to watch that flank though. Bendy is moving around behind him. We know how much of a pain in our backs Bendy has been.
Yep, and they know where he is. They've seen shots.
Nice,
he gets
good
taken
shutdown.
out. That's good. Birdie with the pistol. Now he's got his AR out.
They're trying to wait for these players to move onto site, but unfortunately, they're not going to gain any ground on that second tick as they were trying to position themselves for a bit of surprise, and we lost all players on there.
We did, and here's Fazio holding down. Yeah, there's 3 of them now in their spawn. That's not great.
No, it's not great at all.
And now they know where they're spawning, and now they can just pick them off until someone gets taken out. And there's Fazio getting taken out finally.
Oh,
but,
3 of them too, yeah.
They're spawning on the side that you don't want to spawn on.
But Bendy again behind us.
However, he's running out because whoever player 6 was pushing up, but Condors once again just getting their lives ripped through by the St. Clair.
Yeah, no, this is good. If they get that player off, though, if they get Maliv off point, they're good. Although Bendy's starting to make his way in as well. And, yeah, we got the split here. They might be able to work together on the kills. Unfortunately, Fazio doing a good job of finishing that off. Condors struggling right now to get this first point. 12 seconds left, and if they can't get this, they're going to be at match and series point.
That is rough. That is very unfortunate. Oh, we had one player put his toes in, and now they're just gonna
put your right toe in, take your right toe out.
Yeah, that was
You do the hokey pokey, and now you're out.
Are we sure this is St. Clair's academy team?
Yeah, I mean, like they're good. They're solid. And again, our squad is keeping up with. I mean, to a degree. They definitely on defense felt like there was just no control there. But, or sorry, on offense for us. But on our defense, it felt a little better. So there's a chance here. They would have to go the longest route possible to bring this series back, starting with a reverse sweep on control, moving into a reverse sweep in this series as a whole against St. Clair. It's not going to be easy. They'll have to have the series of their lives, and Shaco's going to have to keep popping off.
Ooh, and Shaco, unfortunately, with the Chowsler, he did manage to get one pick off, but Bendy is in our spawn.
Well, we're heading over to their spawn right now as well. To clean that out, right? I forgot we flipped, yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, at least they're aware of that, though. Like, they know Bendy's there, and they're adapting to this situation.
Yeah, it also comes down to just where you're spawning. As soon as they spawn in art, they kind of configure, there's someone that at least went into our spawn to change these, spawn points on the one side. Shaco getting taken out from behind. Bendy, once again, coming from the flank, takes out Birdie. They're spawning in. They got to get him out.
Yeah.
They take him out. And we got,
Bendy's been the problem for us.
A little bit. Shatter did kind of go into their spawn, but goes in favor to clear the point out. Fazio, once again, they're just not checking corners, but like... Shaco is finally, oh my god, Shaco is in the spawn trap! He's putting in the work, Shaco! Let's go, buddy!
It doesn't mean anything if he can't get any kills. He's doing his best. They might lose A here if he doesn't get back involved. Yeah, he couldn't sit back there for too long.
Well, thankfully, he's also realized that they're spawning on the side that you don't want them spawning on B Street. But St. Clair is doing some interesting rounds.
Yeah, Birdie, get the heck out of there. You're about to be in a lot of trouble.
They are, but 2 on point. Birdie takes out 1. They need to get this other player so that they can, kill time, but they secure A, gets another minute on time, unfortunately. Shaco running in, trying to get those kills. He is bloodthirsty right now. Gets a...
Yeah.
Well, I thought he was going to get a 2-piece.
Shatter was trying to shut down Bendy, too. Bendy's going around for that flank as well on spawn. And you saw Shatter trying to preemptively get ahead of that, but he got teamed up on. St. Clair, again, their reactionary play, their ability to adapt to anything. Condors are dealing with stuff, but the fact that St. Clair reacts so quickly is so hard to adapt to.
Yeah, however, they are currently winning on lives. Obviously, the Condors also have to be, cautious of their lives. Unfortunately, St. Clair is now being put in a spawn where you don't want them, because once again, B Street. They know someone was there, they take out Shatter. They then run up Cat. Birdie spots 1, spots 2. Can at least call it out, hey, we got people coming in. Birdie gets taken out as Fazio kind of does a little bit of a turnabout.
But now lives are going to be on an even playing field, down to 6 apiece. As the Condors lost their advantage, and they are starting to lose it even more, especially now with St. Clair on the point, 2 ticks on the board. Condors got him down to 4, but they have no position right now to shut them down. I don't think they're going to be able to get across and on time. They're just not in a good position to be able to take this. Get your toes on, sure, but you're going to die right away, and the win is going to go to St. Clair in dominating fashion in a 3-0 sweep against the Condors.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. There was a lot of very good plays from St. Clair, a lot of good strategies coming out. Obviously, the spawn traps were a big thorn in our sides. Fazio, Bendy, both great players for these fashions. Shaco eventually did kind of start doing it in return, but St. Clair was just not dying enough for that to be effective, which sucks.
Yeah, Condors, knowing this was going to be trouble, it was going to be a hard series, did their darndest to set us on the right foot today. But unfortunately, Academy Squad cannot best one of the hardest teams to play against in collegiate esports in general. But in Canada, these are the targets to take down. Not easy, that's for sure. Our varsity squad, they have trouble with the varsity St. Clair squad too, and that goes for every single one of our esports.
Yeah, and I feel like that goes for every collegiate esports school. St. Clair is kind of I feel like the top on everyone's take down list.
They're hard. Yeah, I mean, obviously, the U.S. has quite a few schools that are good in very specific esports as well. But yeah, St. Clair always in those talks, at least specifically from Canadian schools. So fortunately, Academy squad isn't going to get the win here, but we hope then to look forward to our varsity squad.
I hope so. I look forward to it. I always look forward to our COD teams.
Yeah, well,
especially varsity.
It's a good thing you get both today then.
I do.
Right? Are they going to win it though? The question is, because when we watch that later, it's going to be against Keanu.
Yes, we will have to double check if Keanu was the team that they got their first win in, because they experienced what our academy team is going through, where they faced 5 of the best teams last semester, and then they ended up getting their first win, and that kind of ultimately changed the direction of their entire season. So we'll have to double check if Keanu was that school. I feel like it was.
It was somewhere in the pivotal moment.
It was the 6th team that they ended up getting their win against.
It could have been that we lost, but it was like close and like we should have won or something. And maybe that's what my brain's saying.
Maybe. The one school I remember is Akron for some reason.
Yeah, they're hard.
They are. I don't remember. I don't know why that's the main team that I remember our varsity squad going up against, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of hard schools out there, but the fact of the matter is that the Condors generally sit in a good position at the talks. I mean, over the years have continually grown as well. And our varsity squad's been super good overall. I mean, again, they're sitting in Superconference. They held on to their Superconference position as well, in those finals last semester. So they're obviously a squad that can sit there and contest with some of the best. The question is, how far can they reach this semester?
I feel like they can reach a lot further than where they're at last semester with the team that they've got.
Right.
But I've seen nothing but good skills, good plays from them, even, outside of our leagues, even in, wagers and everything. They've been playing really, really good. Mm-hmm. So I have a lot of hope, a lot of expectations, I guess you could say, for our varsity squad this semester.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, I mean, again, we'll see. I mean, they've got the 5-man roster, which is something that you just generally don't see a lot.
No.
So we see a lot of swapping too, which we know could have caused some trouble because you got to get used to different play styles every time.
Yeah.
We saw some swap outs here and there, and I believe Savvy is in today.
Savvy is in today. Jay's in today. Luca's in today. I don't know who our 4th player is just yet. Mm-hmm. He's probably on the desk right now. I'm not sure, but we will see very shortly.
Yeah, very shortly. I don't know when. I mean, it's 8:30, I think.
I think so.
Yeah, so that'll be in a little bit. But for the squad, I mean, they definitely want to reach a little bit higher than they did last semester. We were kind of right in that middle of that pack. Do you think they're going to be able to start to take some damage off some of those top teams?
I think so. I think we have a good skill set and a good team with how they play together that we're definitely, dare I say, top 3.
That's fair enough. Well, we'll find out a little bit. We are going to go to break while we get those squads ready. Unfortunately, Academy couldn't fall through with a dub on St. Clair. They're a hard team to play against, but we do have our varsity squad playing up against Keanu in just a little bit. So stay tuned. We'll see you then.
Condors Esports is innovating intercollegiate gaming in Ontario and beyond. We've built a community where you can compete, play, and work in a dynamic program accessible from all campuses.
Condors Esports is more than just gaming. Here, you'll find empowerment and inspiration in state-of-the-art facilities equipped with the latest technologies and unwavering support.
We are varsity athletes, turning victories into championships as high-performing gamers.
We are relentless, constantly pushing our limits and pursuing excellence through every match.
We are Condors. Gaming connects us on campus or online, all through best-in-class equipment.
We're building a foundation of experience, powered by our passion, and developing skills that drive personal and professional success.
We are eager students, transforming our dreams into careers in dynamic and emerging industries.
Condors Esports goes beyond gaming, fostering enduring friendships, unforgettable experiences, and meaningful connections.
This is your chance to transform your passion for video games, esports, and technology into something impactful. Learn how Conestoga is introducing Condors Esports to your campus and connect with fellow Condors striving to soar.
We are Condors.
Good luck today.
Thanks, man.
How I'm loving life these days. I see it falling into place. It's coming together, I don't even need to chase it. You see it written on my face. It's the right time, right place. How I'm loving life these days. It's the right time, right place. How I'm loving life these days.
If a career in esports sounds wild to you, it's not. This is where your profession plus your passion could come together. Would still need what traditional business would need. The more distinct difference is in traditional sports, no one owns the ball. But in esports, someone does own the game. And this is part of what we're going to discuss in this program. You'd be able to learn how to run an esports event on the operations side to the management side of it. Marketing and promotions, how to deal with sponsorships, how to deal with partnerships, and also a big part of our industry is social media as well. What you're working on now is probably also needed. This industry needs all kinds of professionals. If you're looking for change, this program could be a converging point. Good luck and have fun.
I hope you stuck around, because if you didn't, you would not hear this important message that my colleague has to tell you right now.
If you did not know, we are the Condors Esports. And Call of Duty Varsity is about to take the stage where they are going to win.
Yes, and I'm glad that you are here and you heard that message. Welcome back, I'm Leif, and this is Mewcast, and we are going to, as she said, going to watch some Varsity squad. Hopefully, they're going to have a bit of a better story to them than our Academy squad did. They just went 0-3, but it was against St. Clair, a team that I think is the best in their group. So, yeah, we kind of would have expected. Keanu, on the other hand, is a team that, yes, we did win. It was a game 5, map 5, against these guys last semester. I confirmed with Coach Potsy, and you know, we're not. They said we're not thinking lightly about this series. We are going to take it seriously and make sure that we give the respect to these opponents that they deserve. So we're hoping to see a close series here, but of course we've been looking at them all day. Let's take a bit of a closer look. Our Varsity squad is sitting over there. They're looking all good sitting down, but let's see them standing up. Of course, our lineup can be a little confusing sometimes. As we've had a 5-man roster, even with Dremo on the squad. With Dremo gone now, we've had to find a replacement for the 5th player on a four-player roster. And that's, of course, Burton. You see him on the left side there. He's a former Halo pro, and he's not playing today. There's still a couple things they want to get him just attuned to before, fully diving in on some of the bigger matches, and today is an important match. So Savvy is going to be in there, standing beside J Ray. And J Ray is in today. We did miss J Ray the last time that we saw them on broadcast, but that was a match that they we're a little more confident on. So J Ray stepping in. He's a key component to this roster. Frizzy beside him as well. Frizzy can pop off. We've seen him just go absolute ham there. But J Ray, oftentimes that flanker, he's playing some of those smarter routes, making sure that he gets map control for his teammates. And they brought Neb in, sitting beside Coach Potsy, to be a bit of a leader with a lot of experience.
Yeah, I mean, he did play in Challengers, and he did well. Very, very well. There is a whole video that you can actually watch on Neb where they asked him a bunch of questions. You can learn more about him. Condors Esports. It's on X. It's on YouTube. Highly recommend. On X. Listen, I have to call it by its legal name now.
No, you don't.
It's on Twitter.
Thank you.
You can go to Twitter and watch the video.
Be a real human. Call it what it is.
Human. I'm not real. I'm actually just...
Don't be a corporate shill.
No radio stuff. I have to call it X on air.
Yeah, I get that for the radio stuff, but we do what we want here. We're esports. We're winging it, baby. This is again a hard group. We are in the Superconference. You know, this is not easy stuff. You got some really good players. You even said it yourself in Neb. You know, we've got some of our own experts in the field here. So it really is just a tough division to be in here. This is an important one for them. Keanu also at the bottom there with 0-2 is a team we want to beat. That's a team that really could be a difference maker looking forward. There's a couple of teams here we know we could beat. Even the squad, they said themselves, they think they can take down Akron again. They're going to play them in CCL in the future. I think maybe next week or a few weeks, but they think they can take them down too. So taking down Keanu, absolutely huge, but they do understand, as I said before, that they don't think it's going to be easy.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a good mindset going into games where, you know, there's the possibility to win. Mm-hmm. However, it's going to be a challenge. It's not an easy road. It's not going to be a clean sweep. We know there's going to have to be effort put in, and, you know, these gunfights won and strategies actually working out and plays being played correctly.
Maybe it is a clean sweep. It's just that's not something that they're expecting. And maybe because they're not expecting it, they get it because their mindset's going to be in the right spot, taking it super seriously. So they're hoping that's good. Now, I did say before, their scrim started a little bit late, so they were playing. They're trying to get about 4 games in. I think they said they're only going to be able to get 2 in. So hopefully, you know, we can still start hot. Maybe we see a bit of a stumble. But when it comes to the actual maps, though, they got what they wanted. Actually, they get to host game 1 and 3, and protocol their map.
Yeah.
I know you don't like how we can't see your face right now, but
I made that face. No, I did. Oh, I did. However, I've now come to prefer Hacienda with the 2 new maps.
Oh yeah.
We will eventually down the line see them. But yeah, Hasi Control, an interesting one. If I remember correctly from watching the boys play it, they were actually pretty good at it.
Yeah.
So, our boys should be good, a nice, you know, good stance in going into that.
Yeah.
However, our first map will be Protocol Hardpoint.
Yep.
I don't mind it.
They like it. It's their best map.
Yeah, which
it's
is
their
not
best map,
shocking that they've chosen it.
Yeah.
Vault S&D, we will see if they come out on top for that one. And then, once again, my favorite map is stuck in 4th and 5th, where we might not see them. We will see a double skyline for Hardpoint and S&D.
Yeah.
Whether we will actually see that, we do not know.
Possibility we don't see it, but I think it's more likely we'll see it in this series than in the last there. Again, if the respect these guys are putting on their opponents right now is any indication, but also the confidence they're displaying means that, last time we faced them, it went to map 5, right? Like it was a full in. They did the best of 5 all the way to the end. So possibility we see that again. But if they can win that S&D, that'd be huge, being able to go into that 3rd match point on their terms.
Yeah, it'll be a really good game set. Game. You know, for someone who watches COD a lot, you'd think that I'd understand what to call it. I call them rounds, I call them maps, I call them games, and I'm like, I don't actually know which ones look like one in what place.
Generally terminology is actually important.
It really is.
Generally the way you look at things are a match in a series tend to be utilized interchangeably.
Yeah.
So match or a series is that overall we are going against these guys today. By the end of it, the series will be done when we're done playing. In that, you would have games. In Call of Duty, those can be used interchangeably with maps.
Yeah.
Or in Valorant as well. So games are that next line down. And then in each of those games,
is your rounds.
You've got your rounds.
Yeah. Because a lot of the times with, best of 5, if you reach map 5, it'll be round 11 map 5 is typically what we'd call that, which is anywhere in between. Don't ask me what the numbers are, because I would not be able to tell you. Other than I could tell you it was map 3. How many rounds that is? Not the math person.
In this?
Yeah.
Well, there are going to be a potential of 5.
Well, for maps, yeah. But for overall
5
rounds.
Five rounds in map 3. Because it's control.
Yes.
Whoever gets the 3 wins.
Yep.
So it could go 5 rounds.
But then overall, as we add all the rounds.
Oh, you want to add all the... Oh, you're adding all the rounds.
There's,
Sorry, I missed
yeah,
that part.
The 6 and...
Oh, so the potential of rounds... well, there's 1 round at hardpoint.
Yep.
Into a potential of 11 to 5. So you're at 17, right? Yeah. And then you go into a potential... There's another one's at 18. And then it's another S&D.
Hardpoint, S&D, control, hardpoint.
S&D.
And then S&D.
Right, so another potential 11 on the end of that. So you're looking at a total of 29 potential rounds.
That's crazy. Can you imagine 20? That's gotta take its toll on you. You gotta be mentally tired by the end of that.
Oh, of course, yeah. Best of 5, I mean, in most games, they're designed to push these players to the limits. That's why you could just play 1 map and that's the end of it, right?
You could. Not recommended.
Yeah, no. It's not really going to indicate who's the best. But the goal is to make it just long enough that it's hard enough for these players. Like, part of winning is your stamina and resilience, your ability to overcome a problem, adapt to it, and have it adapt back, giving you another chance to adapt to it again.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
They are a
Where'd
form
they go?
of athletes. It's a great
Sometimes
question.
they go to the couch to talk.
Sometimes.
Are
I know Academy is still there. Maybe they're, spinning some ideas off of them.
They could have got stepped outside. Sometimes, this group with Coach Potsi, they like to spend one last moment together in a huddle, say what they're going to do, get out there to do, and try to deliver.
It's also easier if you're sitting at the couches. It's easier to actually see everyone's faces opposed to sitting on a desk and you got one player sticking their head in your view and you're like, can you sit back a little bit, please?
Yeah. Yeah, no, so it's also just good for to make sure, because when you're staring at a screen, it's easy to forget the human that's, a couple down from you. And it's easy in your head to suddenly allow like animosity to get in. So it does create a better sense of like a social structure, a better sense of connection with the players on your team.
Yeah. Forms those bonds that you really need.
Yeah. Gold bond. No, that's a powder.
It's a cream.
Gold bond?
Gold bond, yeah.
No, it's a powder.
They have lotions.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's just amongst men, it's just known as a powder.
Oh, well, I guess in women it's a lotion.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's a powder.
The
I put it in my
started.
shoes.
Oh.
In other areas, but shoes is the one I'll say on bragging.
Shoes is the main spot. I remember those, you use them to take away the smell.
Yeah.
Usually we'd use baby powder.
Baby powder. You could just use baking soda.
You could. I think there was also a whole, I remember in our shoe closet, we had the whole little powder box in there, and you just pull it out, put it in your shoes, and call it a day.
Oh.
And you'd also have to tap your shoe on the toe to get it all in.
It goes in, yeah.
This is bringing back memories I did not even know I had.
They're back. Hello. They had, they had to go put some Gold Bond in their shoes.
Yeah, they actually, sometimes you pull off your shoes. I think Frizzy actually plays without his shoes on.
Socks meta is a real thing.
It's just more comfortable.
Yeah, it feels like you're playing at home, which is where a lot of their play time is.
Yeah, a lot of your practice, a lot of your scrims, sometimes even actual games happen at home.
Neb with the toque inside.
Savvy's also grown his beard out. I almost did not recognize him when we were setting up today.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got that going on right now. I'm just curious about like the head. He doesn't have a hat though. The other guys have hats.
Yeah. Well, Jay's got a hood, but.
Oh, Frizz took his off. But Jay, we're playing with that is actually uncomfortable sometimes. I'll play with a hood on for a little bit.
It blocks the sound out.
It makes the sound duller, and then also it starts to hurt my ears a little bit.
Well,
more.
for Jay, it's better because Jay blasts.
You could just turn it down.
Stuff. You could, but then you don't hear everything. You don't hear the breaths of the other team.
It could also, like, I guess, lock him in.
And kind of. I mean, I play with my stuff loud, but once people start talking in your ears and you're like, oh, you are really loud. But
Sorry, well, I guess I meant for the like the
headband.
Like no, just it makes you feel like you're contained. You know,
A little
like
claustrophobic.
with the hood on. Yeah.
A little bit. I mean, I also feel like it kind of hinders your field of view.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It kind of like
Yeah.
it's like horse blinders, you know. They just you can't see.
Maybe that's why he actually plays with the hood
He
on.
gets startled because when Frizzy pops off, it startles him. Yeah, that's right. Production is saying it's because the glasses, and that could do it too. I mean, I bet with glasses, if you have a headset that's tight, it can pinch the arms of it.
Kind of, but even then, like, when you're in the game, you don't realize, like, your mind doesn't click on that.
It depends. I mean, my headset at home is nice and light, so it doesn't bother me. But I could see it with some tighter ear cups, like the leather ones, put a lot of pressure on.
I guess, yeah. Or a little protocol fly through.
Yeah, we're heading to protocol now up against Keanu. We beat him last time, but the question is, can we do it again? It's a different season, different roster, and we've been different game. That's a big key difference here. J-Ray back in. We'll see how he locks in with the squad, and Savvy, of course, hang with us as well. But heading to hardpoint, it's all about sitting on that hill.
It is, and Shuxi here clears the hill for his team to get on, which is good. We see Frizzy sitting with the AR up top of doubles, if not the triples. We are in the triples. So, Neb is in the triples. Frizzy's and Grandma's. Okay, everyone's visiting everyone. Everyone's also changed, apparently. I'm lost somehow,
I'm lost too. I'm going home.
There's Jay getting a kill for himself.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks. He got the slide in there. He saw the target too, and he knew what to do. But yeah, couldn't get the kill. Frizzy, he'll get taken out. They've got control. I mean, again, they're not too far off. They obviously lost a bit of control of that first point. So point 2 is going to be an important thing for them. If they get too far behind now, this is obviously problematic, especially being on their map. They should be winning this. They said this is a critical one for them, and a good flank there from Neb. He's got to watch out, though, up top. You know he's going to get picked out there. J-Ray is on the chase.
And he takes out this person. Oh, he gets taken out himself. What a 180 on J-Ray, but Oreo McFrizzy, our boy. Luca takes out the player who took out his captain, but Choxy out there with a 2-piece of his own. However, Condors are still on point.
Yeah, unfortunately, we lost one there. J-Ray gets taken out. Neb and Frizzy will bring things back in, though, to secure them that point. We're back up to an even scoreboard, which is a good thing. The problem is, when are we going to start rotating for that next point? It does look like Savvy's already trying to get themselves in a position for that, just trying to catch those flanks there. The Condors do come out on top in those gunfights.
They do. Frizzy ends up going into the rotation, 4P3, gets the person off this little catwalk here, which is a bit of a tricky spot. I mean, it's a good spot when you're holding the point because, like Frizzy is showing us, you get to pick off the players trying to push in. But he doesn't get that second person. Changes his view in case someone comes in on his pinch.
Well, you know that those players know he's up there now, and they're going to try to get that flank. So Frizzy's waiting for that rotate. He knows that they will try to take him down. The question is, do they fake it out just so they can get those crosses out in courtyard?
Right, and there's Frizzy with a nice little bank shot with that threat grenade. He gets 2 players, and he's on a killing spree, as we expected from Frizzy. I mean, this man is an absolute menace on the AR.
A third one, too. I mean, how many is he at right now? Like, he is absolutely lighting them up. Frizzy.
He probably has some streaks going at this point. Very close to his RC. He has his RC car.
Yeah.
He's very close to a Hellstorm.
I mean, at this point, you're not going to really need to use it, but a couple more kills here. He'll be able to get to that at 7.
Jay is also on a killing spree of his own.
Right now, yeah. Frizzy increasing his double digits on the horizon here. Condors starting to pull away score-wise as well because of both Jay and Frizzy's actions.
Really are. And Frizzy up here on top of the control panel, getting some kills, multiple. Yes, taking out himself. That's unfortunate. That's an end to his streak.
But he got his kill streak, which is the important factor there. I think he just was playing so particularly safe just to make sure he could get that.
Yeah, and Neb get taken out on Spiral. We got one up here, kind of on a bit of a head glitch, but it's more of half a body, depending on where you're looking. Savvy ended up top, trying to catch some players. Watching, waiting. Jay gets taken out, Neb gets taken out. Savvy knows there might be someone up top. Tries to secure the rotate, doesn't get it. Neb getting taken out, that's unfortunate. Ooh, this is a bit of a predicament here.
I mean, not too bad. I mean, they obviously are losing some points, but I mean, they do have great positioning. Yeah, with especially kills like that, they're going to be able to lock it in and move in to point, but they're not going to take advantage of that. They're playing back pretty safe right now, finally touching the point. They got to win a gunfight here. They're just going to give it away again, exactly like it just happened.
Yeah, and, you know, these Keanu players are sitting in a spot where Frizzy can't really touch them so much with his AR. He's got to go for these challenges, got to go out of those buildings. He's rotating for P2 because he knows Keanu's already here. He gets one for himself. Will he get two? Most likely. I mean, it's Frizzy we're talking about. Sabby gets a kill of his own as the fight for P1 continues.
Unfortunately, Frizzy did not get another one. He got taken out there. But again, they're not going to be able to play for that point. They're trying to play for next, but Neb's got to be careful. He definitely has a lot of players sharking around him, but a good first kill. He's looking for the second one. Oh, just misses sight on it, and he'll get onto point, but he does at least have cover on that side. And with the trophy down, they'll be in a good spot to hold this. They've got the lead, but it's not a big one.
They do, and if Jay is kind of strategic about this, if you don't push too far forward, there is spawn traps that can happen on hard points, believe it or not. They're tricky to do because you can't push too far in case you flip your team, which is what you do not want to do. And they're over here, Frizzy, you see watching over P1 just in case anyone goes that way to get to P2, and we're over P3. Neb killing spree of his own.
Good restraint here from Jay Ray. He's holding back but can't get that final kill. As he tries to just to hold off that line for his team, but they don't need to do it too long because that point is gone anyways, and they've got positioning for the next over on A site, and they're doing real well right now. Another extended lead, 50 points ahead. Again, they could lose this if they start being silly about it, but they are showing their dominance over Keanu right now.
They are, and Jay over here protecting their spawns, trying to get that spawn flip because as we see, Keanu is still spawning back there, which is not good. These are the desired spawns because trying to run halfway across the map to get onto a point is not fun.
No.
It also means that they also know where they're spawning, which they can watch those directions. But the Condors are currently in the hard battle of trying to break onto P3. We see Frizzy coming up with the SMG through Spiral, gets on. Doesn't get that second kill, but they know Keanu's, oh, we've got split spawns.
Yeah, the rest of the Condors are trying to fight for next point already right now. They knew this one's might be a little bit out of reach. They have a bit of a lead that they can offer themselves, or offer that point up just to move to next here. Now they can lock this in. Past 200 is a real possibility here. Great kill for Frizzy. He's looking for another, though. He's got a bit of a problem. That's not going to be easy for them. And I've heard we've actually got a DC on Neb, so the Condors playing. I don't know what the rules are, but I'm assuming they have to just keep playing for a 3. But they're doing really well despite Neb being out of that series for just a little bit.
They got very lucky with the point that Neb unfortunately did DC on. He is, from what we can see by the scoreboard, he is returned. Whether he's fully in the fight just yet, we will have to wait and see. Frizzy in here getting these kills. But gets taken out through a wall.
Yeah, a bit of a wall bag there. Just, I mean, they knew where he was. He didn't have anywhere to go. So it made sense to just take that spray through there. Good hold right now, though, from Keanu. They definitely took advantage of the situation to get themselves in a great position. As you said, it's a good point to hold. The problem is that if you give it up, too, it's going to be hard to take it back. So, yeah, they got to step away from that one. The lead now given to Keanu. And the Condors, not out of it yet. I mean, they're still looking super solid. But, yeah, they're going to have to fight back from that deficit they just got.
They will, but it is P1. They know where they're going to be coming from. We see Jay. Looks like he's going for the flank a little bit. It's something that we expect from him. Savvy up top these windows, trying to get these players cleared off. Neb going for the child, but loses. J-Ray going for some pickings. Finds, who is it, Exelios? Nope, it was Kurz. over on P2.
Oh, hello.
Ooh, that's a lucky shot on Austin. I remember 3 of these guys from C3L, believe it or not.
Oh, there you go.
Shocked, Exelius, Kurz, and Aston.
Nice, good finish there from Neb. That's buying them so much space, although Frizzy does get taken off the point, but that bought them a lot of time and space for this point. Fortunately, it is up, so they're looking towards the next, and Keanu actually is in position to be able to claim this one for the time being, but we still have that kill streak, and I was waiting for this to happen. Once you get to outside on one of those points, this is going to buy them the space. Even if they don't get kills, you just you push them off point, and that buys so much time for your teammates to get on, secure the location.
Yep, you also know, obviously, they're going to go into buildings where they can't get hit by that hellstorm. You know they're going to be in those buildings, so you can then go watch those doorways and start getting your pickings off, just as we see Savvy doing. But loses that gunfight, unfortunately, against Aston. We will see what happens, because there's 20 seconds left on this point, and they need to get on as Keanu is slowly closing in on this point gap.
Condors are still playing ahead at this point. It is Keanu trying to play catch up, but yeah, it sucks because I feel like they didn't utilize that kill streak as well as they could have. As I said, it forces the players inside. You want to use that chance to know they're going to move inside and try to get those kills while they're forced into a certain position, and that would give you the free point. But yeah, Condors still ahead, are barely ahead.
They are, but they did just get a nice team stack, so that meant they had a little bit of breathing room as Keanu slowly tries to work their way back to P3 to try to break onto it. We see 2 players coming from behind, and they do some damage. They know that they're back there. They know they do not have spawns as 2 of our players spawn there. No? Where are we spawning?
That sucked too, because Frizzy saw that play happen on him before, and he ended up just being out of position for it, and that gave Keanu a chance to be able to secure this location and get themselves into the area. And now without any oversight, so the Condors having to fight it back, do a great job cleaning up a lot of those kills with just 27 points off, or 17 points off, sorry. They should be able to lock this in, but again, they got to play together.
They really, really do. And we see Savvy trying to hold this point by himself where he gets taken off. Neb over here on this little elevator side ducks in, try to regain his health. Jay also making some moves, making some kills, but no one has yet to push on to this point.
Well, they got, as I said, they got to work together. They're waiting for the positioning, and now they're going to be able to move on a point, clean it up. Frizzy gets the last 3, gets a little bit ahead of himself there, and almost loses the point, but thankfully Neb locks it in and pops off too. You saw how happy they were about that win. They knew how much this one meant to them. Absolute, again, huge push in. They waited to the right moment. They didn't care about giving up a couple points on that last hard point. They said, we need to wait, then we push together. Otherwise, we will lose this if we trickle.
Yeah. I mean, they played very well, very strategically, very smart. And the comms were definitely popping off. Must have been doing very well. Frizzy with 38 kills. Once again, we do not see those 40s that we... I'm not gonna yell at him, but I'm definitely gonna go to him and be like, we need to see that 40 on the board. J-Ray with 33 of his own.
I'm not complaining though, still. Looking good out there. Overall, pretty good. A couple decisions here and there that did lead to, advantage given up, and I think they can clean it up. I think these guys definitely aren't even seeing their full potential yet. There's definitely some obvious things they could just could clean up, but overall, I mean, they had a hard opponent, and the fact that they were able to still feel like they were in control the whole time, very good. Now, we mentioned this was first map, their map. They know they win this one. The question is what happens when they get into a map where they're not so certain about that as they go over to Vault with SMD.
Yeah, this is not a map I can speak on how they are. I occasionally dip into their streams, obviously. Pretty much, I feel like everyone here in the Esports Hub has a Twitch stream going at some point within the night. But yeah, Vault SMD is a bit of a tricky one. The retake is definitely, you're either good at it or you're not good. I sit on the ladder, unfortunately, but these boys know their stuff. J-Ray is really good at making good calls, being a good IGL, you know, guiding his team into, you know, okay, this is where they might be. This is what we need to do. Let's, you know, play it slow and not, you know, hectic like chickens with their heads cut off, which is one thing that is really good that we see with Varsity is in these high stress moments, they're good at containing their emotions and just pushing through.
Yeah, I mean, you have to too. It's one mistake that leads to your death, that gets you frustrated, could end up leading to the team losing overall. So yeah, keeping your head in the game is super important. I think, again, you saw the excitement from them that's now led into this good atmosphere here. They were super excited about that win. I think that it meant a lot. It was really important. And now being able to carry that momentum into the next is good. I think the fact, again, I want to bring back to what I said, is that they looked like they felt like they were in control. They were being pushed to their limits, but they were in control. And that is a very important aspect of a series, is making sure that you feel like you're setting the pace. So that'll give them the confidence they need for the next map.
Yeah, it really will. We had a bit of an interesting cam-on-cam action. It's actually a nice shot. I liked that. Very
That's why I didn't say
strategic.
anything. I wanted to let it breathe. I want to let it do its own thing. But maybe we'll see that after a break, because that's what we got to do. They're going to have their second map coming up soon in Vault. It's going to be some S&D. We'll see if Keanu can answer. We'll see you on the other side.
Esports is for everybody. That's what makes this so special, where there's not a lot of barrier to entry. It's, do you have a passion for gaming? That's all it really takes. There's so many different things involved in this. It really does take that full team to make a successful event run. And that's what this program does. You got the lighting going on, you got the video capture going on, you got the whole production crew that are packaging this all together, you have the shoutcasting that's happening. We want to be, you know, that pinnacle for esports. We want students to come here, learn from industry best, and launch their careers in esports. You have that new arena that's being built. To have that investment through the college, it proves a lot. We're invested in this. This can lead to something really big and something really neat and something that you're really invested in. It's a billion-dollar industry, and we really can't wait to see where this goes.
I say a quick break, and I mean it. We're back. We're heading into map 2 in just a few moments here against Keanu. Condors have won Protocol. That was our first map on Hardpoint. It was close, back and forth, but they get the job done.
They did. They showed us what a hard point looks like.
Multiple. There was more than one.
Hard points.
Hard points.
Plural.
Yeah, why do they call it hard point?
Because it's a hard point to hold.
I guess it could just be that it is one hard point and it moves.
Yeah,
but
probably
then
it's set where it's set.
Our terminology, though, then would be incorrect by calling it P1, P2.
Point 1, point 2?
Because then it is now hard points.
Yeah. I don't know why they call it hard point. There's a lot of stuff in this game that I don't understand why they call it what they call it. Much like call-outs. There's some call-outs where I'm like, why is that the chosen one?
They do it because they do.
Still trying to figure out why they call, in Hossy, there's a hallway that they call Zebra. Still trying to figure out that one. Obviously, as we've seen, we just flew into art.
I mean, that one
because
makes
there's
sense.
artwork.
Yeah.
Catwalk, obviously, because it's up top. Vault, because that is a vault down there. Hot tub, because there's a hot tub. Palm trees, because there's palm trees. Or street, because it is a street, believe it or not.
Yep. What do we got
P4.
here?
Yeah, sometimes
Love
you
it.
just call them by the points.
That is very true.
Makes it easy.
Well, we're heading into map number 2, and we've already won.
Yeah, even with the team kill. The team kill is what won us that game, believe it or not.
I love it. You'll love to see it. Now, I think J-Ray's game broke because he did the classic universal.
Are you looking? Are you seeing
Are
this?
you seeing this with his hands? Yeah.
Whoever was hosting, unfortunately, something happened.
Yeah, something, bro. I mean, that's the way it goes.
And welcome to Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Where pretty much everything is broken.
I mean, our ops got kicked out earlier.
That's a typical thing,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So.
Oh, comms went down.
Oh, that's not good.
He can't hear anything. That's why he's taking his headset off.
Uh-oh. That's kind of a very needed thing in this game. In any game, really. Kind of need to speak to your team.
You gotta communicate. Coach Potsy out in the rescue.
Yep.
There to save the day.
Dad, please help me.
What's he doing? Okay, you gotta click. So if you click this button.
He's gonna pull the. Have you tried turning it off and on again?
All right, here, give me control. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna install this, and then click add to cart. And all right, thank you for buying me a new keyboard. I appreciate that. J Ray's like, wait a minute. I didn't want to do that. Oh, production's in there too now. Okay, we got it.
Just gotta double check. Everything good? We're good? Clear? Green light? Yellow light?
Admins! Busy day. I mean, it's technology. It can break.
Welcome to esports, the online world.
That is very true. While we are still in person, they are using computers.
They are.
Computers break.
Unfortunately.
And Frizzy's very sad about the situation. Just crying.
It's just too good of a game.
Whoa. Oh, infighting. Oh, no. Oh, the team is falling apart. Oh.
Remember how we were talking about how they sit on the couch so they can form those bonds? The bonds have been broken.
Yeah. J Ray disappeared and used the glue of the team. The second that fell apart, they fell apart.
Our AR players have taken it upon themselves to fight it out, duke it out. Who was the better AR player?
Well, duke it out in game because that's where we're about to head back to. Into Vault, we get it all sorted out there. Thank you, Keanu, for your patience there on waiting for this tech issue to be resolved. Yeah. But now, question, Willow, is are we going to be able to win on a map that isn't a definitive win for us against Keanu? Because they kept it close.
I think so. I mean, I feel like our team is pretty good at S&D, I would say.
That's true. I mean, this is a good chance for you to, I mean, especially the way that we saw Frizzy playing today. I mean, he could just run around and kill everybody and then win.
Really could. I mean, S&D would not recommend playing it TDM style, no lie. That's just some bad manners and just being mean. And if you do that, you don't win, well then the other team's going to laugh in your face, won't lie.
They're not playing that way. They're playing it very safe. Bomb planted on A. They're waiting for this approach. You see Savvy out there too, trying to watch any of the approaches that could happen. They're trying to flank around him there. They do take him out, but he does. Savvy's on the support there, though. As Frizzy was, again, looking for those flanks. Now they move on to the point. It's going to be a little easier for them. Yeah, distraction tactics. Really good play for them. They come in one side, couple shots.
Oh, but they don't have time to do... Oh.
No, they're not going to get... Did they get?
Unfortunate. No, they did with 0.7 seconds left.
Wow, very close. And J-Ray, just saw that moment and it flicked over. And at that time, the other player came in. So their timing impeccable. Very good play from Keanu. Very specifically on that entry onto site. It was just the right timing to take the first gunfight and to approach from that second player.
I would have loved to hear what those comms sounded like. That would have been, okay, dropping Volt. Okay, pushing pool, pushing in, push. Dead.
Yep.
Defuse right now.
Yep.
We'll see how the Condors respond.
Yeah, they're on defense now, so they're going to try to stop a plant. They get in there really aggressively up onto P1, trying to make sure that there's no dives through center down to bottom, but they are down there and they're grabbing the plant as well. So Condors know that there are players down there. They won't want to approach yet until they can secure the outer perimeter.
They will, and it's interesting to see Keanu sitting so deep back in their spawn. It's not usually what you see. Frizzy getting a couple hits, gets the kill. A lot of kills coming out. Savvy is the last remaining member. Accidentally gets a shot. Doesn't see the person down long.
Yeah, and they're not going to be able to stop the play. Bomb goes off real tough. Frizzy, I liked Frizzy's play before there, but again, two players on the flank. That's what they're trying to do. They wanted to secure that outer perimeter, but they took a little bit too long to get themselves into that position. I mean, once that A plant was down, I wonder if they're going to try to secure that site a little bit sooner next time. The problem with that is if you do dive someone down low, they could just go B, right? And then now you don't have that outside street covered.
Yeah, although for Savvy, I mean, once you think you've cleared, down vault, there's no one there, no one pool, just hop the defuse, see if you can get them to come to you.
Yeah.
You'd hear them in the water unless they're running Ninja, which everyone should be running Ninja. Make your footsteps quiet. If you do not have Ninja on for S&D, your team is going to hate you.
Yeah.
And Jay getting picked off right away in pool, but gets the exchange from Savvy. Neb finding Xelius, who just runs past without realizing.
Yeah, unfortunately can't get that second kill there, and that is going to put Frizzy and Savvy into a 2v2 against Xelius and Shoxy.
Frizzy can plant bomb if he's careful about it. He is. He's planting it poolside.
No, that's huge, right? Especially because he's got Savvy over there that they can watch. I mean, they can watch the flank and cover that defuse, but unfortunately, they're pushed way off point there. And they're going to look for the entire flank. I can't talk today. Flank. And Frizzy, a little sneaky deaky like up behind. Pop him in the back.
No.
Oh, no. He can't land those
It's okay.
shots.
They're playing for time.
Yep.
That's what I'm going to call it. They're playing for time right now, which is a smart move to do. They know at least one person was vault and then hopped out. Xelius pushing in. Frizzy coming in. Sees one. Savvy with the exchange.
Uh-oh.
There's no time anyway, so either you get the kill or you just...
Chase him down. He's running. No, that was good. I was just worried that they might try to stick the defuse and have two of them there, but down to the 1v1, it made it a little bit easier for him to hold off.
That exchange was huge for us, so that was really good. And I do have to point out, because every time I see it, I kind of get a little bit of a laugh, is all the CDL COD Pro Team skins that are popping up.
Oh.
It'll pop up, and I'm like, which team is that?
I can tell you.
We do have an Ultra. I've seen an Ultra, I've seen a Thieves, and I've seen, I don't know which one the purple is yet, because there's, I think, 2 teams that rep purple.
Is it Koi?
Koi?
Koi. Yeah.
What is Koi?
It's a team.
Okay.
Got purple. So
Condors
that round
win.
is over.
That was fast.
That was very fast.
Frizzy with the final kill. Ooh, a clean one.
Yeah, that was very clean.
Lasers.
Pop on the head.
Very nice.
Well, that's good. 2-2 now for Condors versus Keanu. And we knew, again, this wouldn't be a walk in the park.
Nope. Very
Or at
close.
least if we it was a park made of glass.
A little bit.
Oh,
Ooh.
everyone diving in up top. Condors just rushing up top. Take them down, and they're in a real good spot now, yeah.
They really are. And Savvy unable to get his kill. That's unfortunate. I earlier thought we were going to see a team kill. I'm not going to lie. I got a little spooked there. When everyone was kind of just dogpiling on top of each other, here's Jay planting B, where they
That's the
can
right
watch
call.
long.
Yeah.
It's good. Everyone evacuate the area. Let them come to you.
Do you go balcony, though? Because, like, you know that they're going to be watching that, right? I mean, I guess this is why Neb's playing like this. I mean, it's get those peaks just to get the information. But, yeah, there's a flank, and this is hard because now Neb knows they know he's going to be there.
I think
But
his
he's standing
controller
up.
What is happening?
Did he?
Something's happening with his account. You can see him on cam. Yeah, that's
unfortunate.
either his controller disconnected or... yeah.
Did he get Call of Duty'd?
He's still in the game, so I'm guessing it's a controller DC.
That is a very...
I don't know.
Yeah, that is a very
Not happy.
clear, not happy situation. I wouldn't be happy either. I mean, there is you basically win that round.
Yeah, they're like... So we'll see if Keanu, honors this, or they're just like, whatever.
I mean, yeah, at this
Sucks
point,
to suck.
what do you do? Yeah, I mean, so they're going to end it.
Also, there's definitely tech issues on Neb's side because he DC'd fully, and then looks like a controller.
Mean, here's the thing. I was told also by Coach Potsy that Jay's friends with some of the they're very friendly with this school. I think their coach has cheered for us multiple times. The good thing is that we have a good rapport with this squad.
Which is good.
They know we're not going to be sitting here trying to mess them around and screw them. This is, if we're saying stuff, it's a genuine thing. So there should be a lot of good understanding between these two squads in terms of being patient with each other.
Yeah, and obviously it's Call of Duty. There's a lot of tech issues that happens in this game. So, it sucks that it's Neb that is happening to. Especially during matches, it's frustrating, especially when you can't really 100% fix the tech issues.
Yeah.
I mean, you can obviously try, but if it's going to keep happening, it's like, what can you really do? Move computers?
I mean, that's going to be your best, but I mean, then you got to get the game installed again. I mean, you might want to you might have one of the Academy computers that, or actually, I guess the one Birdie was on might still be up and running right now, so.
It might, but you still have to. It looks like he is moving over there.
Yeah.
He's in that other chair. I know from past experiences, this Varsity desk, some of these PCs have a little bit of a
ghost.
Yeah.
Ghost in the system.
A little bit of a title to them.
It's Taylor. You know what? I saw him walk by. He's returned to the crime or the scene of the crime.
No, he's actually, his presence is gonna fix it.
No, Taylor was mad that they lost and they wanted the varsity team to lose with them. So he sabotaged all of the computers. That's what happened.
I mean, I guess, but
now he's watching as his victims writhe in pain.
The storyline continues.
Oh, what could be going on, guys? What's the problem here? Wonder what it is. Yeah, we know what you did, Taylor.
That's so unfortunate. That's so frustrating.
I'm bringing the story straight to Alex Jones. I know he'll believe me.
On this episode of Nancy Drew.
Catch me outside. Yeah, unfortunate. You never know what it is. I mean, it could be the controller too. Just they'll continue from 2-3 after Neb switches his PC and gets back in. All right, so we have a PC swap coming on. And unfortunately, we do lose that round. I mean, there's really, Call of Duty doesn't have pause feature, or at least we don't have the admin features to be able to pause right now.
And they probably figured they're more than likely going to lose that round anyway. So the Condors were like, just take it.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, Neb had the possibility of winning that. I mean, the time was getting pretty low before they even got to him. He was very clearly leaving balcony to go and try to fight from somewhere else, from another angle, from street probably. There's a chance that he bought just enough time.
Yeah.
For
that, or he was, because we obviously couldn't really see where he got shot from, unless he was going to check his pinch and then was going to return back to looking over. But
yeah,
all situations we will not know the outcome for.
Yeah, it's the timeline we did not enter.
Nope.
And now the hard thing for Neb is because this is, I think everyone sympathizes here and empathizes, is that we've all been there, is that is so tilting, and to mentally get back is going to be the thing that him and the rest of the squad are going to have to make sure they can do coming into the next rounds here. I mean, it is only 2-3. Like, they're not. Yeah. It's not like they're at match point or they just lost a map because of it, right? They're still in a fine position. Just an extra round they're going to have to work towards. But
yeah, I'm also back on the hard point because Neb did DC during that. Yeah. I don't know if you remember. Was it before or after Frizzy sent the Hellstorm? Do we know?
I believe it was before.
Okay, because if it was after, there is an issue with Hellstorms for the last little bit in Call of Duty, where if you call in a Hellstorm, one of your teammates actually gets DC'd.
How is that even a thing?
Yeah, so it is a big issue. Even the pro players, people in ranked will actively refuse to use it because they don't want to risk their teammate getting kicked out. And it's so
what
it's,
in
yeah.
the code?
So we're not sure what's causing it. Sometimes if you call it in and your teammate is looking at you, call it in. Sometimes it's that player that gets kicked. Other times it's just random. Sometimes I've called it in forgetting that it was a thing recently. No one got disconnected, but it's one of those, it's a 50-50 on
Is it a resource allocation thing
no,
or something
no,
that like
it's Call of Duty.
I'm just trying to logically work through the programming that could cause this, and it's like does the Hellfire somehow use up resources in the game that were allocated for a player like positioning data or something, and then it says we have to do this so we get rid of the player data, therefore they're not in the game and they're removed like that? I'm
no
trying
clue.
to think of like
how it would happen, what causes it.
Obviously in programming you know you could flip a switch in this room and a light turns on 3 blocks down, right? Like that's coding. But that is bizarre.
Especially because it doesn't happen every single time. So then it's a question of, do you use it? Do you not use it? Do you take the chance? Do you like? And a lot of players are complaining about it because obviously Hellstorms are a major game changer if you use them correctly. So now you use something that can gain you an advantage, but all of a sudden you're now lost down a player.
That was actually Activision's way to nerf it.
Maybe Treyarch.
Yeah, they're like, all right, we gotta nerf this. All right, if you use it, there's a 60% chance your teammate gets kicked from the lobby.
Pretty much, it's actually crazy. It's welcome to Call of Duty.
That blows my. Yeah, I'm still kind of like. There's other ones you're like, oh, that's broken. I'm like, okay, you know, that could happen. I can see that. Like, but that one is just. That is something else.
Mm-hmm. Apparently it's been happening for like a month or so.
How is that not
a little bit
fixed?
longer? Because it's Call of Duty. So the same way our scoreboards and kill feeds haven't been fixed.
That's true. Yeah, it's like
they've been like that since day one. Yeah, it's great. The players that love the game also hate the game.
Multi-million-dollar company, by the way.
Yep. Welcome to video games.
The problem is that oh no, Jay.
Did Jay get missed?
Jay was left out. You know? he put his head up one way, expecting, and then put it up the other side, and just looked like he was getting ready to rally into battle or something. But
the war cry.
Oh no. All right, if we lose this next round, it's not because of the DC. It's because Jay.
Yeah, it's because
Jay's
of
been cursed. Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's
I feel like this varsity squad goes through a lot of the being left hanging, fist bumps.
That's not good. Well, we do try again, and let you know again, we're playing from 2 to 3. So the Condors have 2, Keanu at 3. They need 3 more rounds here to be able to win this. The Condors need 4. So once the score line reaches 3 for Keanu or 4 for Condors, that's the winner.
See. We shall see. And Keanu only needs 2 more.
Yeah.
Condors need 3 more.
Yeah.
We shall see how this goes.
Yeah. Quick round.
Very quick.
Yeah.
Typical S&D style. You can either go real quick or really, really slow.
Wow, that one was real quick. Condors taken off the field. Lickety split. Now they got the bomb though, so let's see what they can work out here. Top work last time for them. They made that run over cap, but they're going straight down A site. Get that bomb planted. They're going to plant for Volta. Yeah, it's going to be potentially a death there, but we didn't get the push from Keanu. They didn't want to take a look down into that site. And we're still watching Streets. We got the flank there. Frizzy sneakily looking for one. He's got, I think, knowledge that there is a player out there, but having that player on that flank is really good. The other 2 Condors are down below, but Savvy gets caught out, and that's going to start to steamroll there. Keanu does lose Shoxy, though. So we're back to even here. 15 seconds left. Chaos.
2v3 situation. Xelios can take a guess where one player is, makes the challenge, wins it. It's a 2v2. Xelios defusing. They have to get in and get him off, but he sticks it and gets
0.8.
it.
Yeah, 0.8 left on there. Unfortunate. Yeah, they stuck it right away, and Condors are going to drop another round. One more here will be the 6th for our opponents of Keanu. It was a great call for that slide in there. I think it was Exelios. Turns immediately right, gets that first pick. They go straight to the bomb defuse. It was a great entry. We saw that from before. You know, they know how to get that retake on that A site. Now the Condors, big fight back. They've got to win 4 in a row if they want to take the second map.
Yeah. And I mean, huge props to the Keanu player who just stuck that bomb even when his buddy was getting shot. That was, yeah, if you didn't do that, they would have lost. And that would have been fortunate for the Condors. So exchange is already going out with Keanu up a player on top of Condors. Savvy last remaining.
Yeah, good luck, Savvy.
Seriously.
You've got to now 1v3 and then have your team win 3 more rounds after that. I mean, he's going to go balcony, but it's going to be an obvious poke there. You're going to have someone watching that. He has no data yet. He's trying just to find out where players might be hiding. Nobody outside, nobody street. He's got it clear right now. I mean, they'll eventually come out of their little hidey holes on site. Going to give himself away, just trying to get the free fire, but of course someone's behind you. They almost went into his crosshairs, but yeah, that was a good hold from them. When you got 3 players, I mean, that's what you do.
Yeah, it's unfortunate he didn't really kind of think that someone was behind the closed door, but I mean, it's a 1v3 situation. It's a hard one to win. Most don't win it. So, big props to Savvy for that attempt.
I mean, here's the thing. Even if he turns around and does get that kill, the player that killed him was the player on the stairs anyways. So, sure, you might have gotten that kill behind door. You still lose that gunfight on stairs. So.
Yeah. Well, Keanu ties it up. 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1. Maybe we expect to go that way. It definitely hurts. It feels like that turn. You know, they've got, and they've done that. They've got to stand up and go stretch that one out because, well, you have the expectation, or like I guess the possibility of that second map not going in your favor. You also don't want it to be like that. You know, there's now a little bit of a mental hurdle that they have to step over and forget and leave it in the rearview mirror.
Yeah, I mean, those DCs and everything, it takes its toll. You know, you just get frustrated and then you start playing like a frustrated person. Kind of got to take a moment to just relax. And we see a lot of the players have gotten up, went to stretch their legs, just have a moment to kind of hone in their emotions and just get to that, you know, level-headed play space. Try to regain the flow state.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, I think they can get back into it. It's got to be that step away, some fresh air. You know, take it in, breathe, and then move to the next one. Because again, it's back to a position that we like to be in. We're hoping this third map will go in our favor as well, putting us at match point, which then we have 2 more maps after that to try and get the win. 2 extra lives past that. So Condor is looking to get a win on map number 3, but we're going to make you wait. We're going to go to break, and we'll see if they can do it on the other side.
Conestoga College is setting the stage for a new era in gaming. In 2025, we're opening a state-of-the-art esports venue, a premier facility for high-performing gamers in Canada.
In this 10,000 square foot facility, we're putting you in the center of the action. The facility will have 50 top-tier PC stations, 5 console stations, immersive VR stations, a team operations room, a full production suite, and a premier competition stage.
Esports is a rapidly evolving industry with global viewership of 532 million in 2022. This initiative goes beyond esports. It's also a platform for forging bonds, making memories, and creating connections.
Since 2020, Condors Esports continues to evolve, providing industry-leading facilities and experiences to the esports community.
Conestoga's esports venue expresses a sustainable and intentional future to compete, play, and work, all powered by gaming.
Posture check. Everyone get your posture checks. Sit up straight. Oh, I thought you couldn't touch the floor anymore because you like lift your chair up or something to match height. That's
Do you imagine?
Dangling feet. Welcome back. Call of Duty. Varsity. 1-1. Keanu. Condors. Is that all the information?
Yep. Condors won Hardpoint Protocol. Keanu won Vault S&D. And now we're on to Hacienda Control. A nice little BO4 map for you. I stopped playing when BO4 came out, pretty much. BO3 was the last time I played it.
I think I played BO3.
My brother played BO4, and then I think whatever the title was after. But yeah, I stopped at BO3 mainly because he probably stopped inviting me to play. Okay. That or he was just winning too many games against me. He used to play 1v1s. In typical older brother fashion.
Yep. You got to show your siblings.
Yeah.
Learn
the hard way of what it's like to just be dogged on.
Yep. Put them in their place.
Yep.
That's what it is.
And we're going for a B push right now. Just never gonna go for the chow.
Yep.
Oh.
Easy. Right in the nuts.
It's Aston that ended up peeking out.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it was another area.
No. Nope. We're going for, it looks like we're probably going to either try to cap B fully or wait till we all get taken off and then go for that A rotate. But Neb is going for the spawns.
Yeah, no, they're just going straight for the cap. That's an extra minute. Look at that. 2 minutes 13 on the board. to go for A. Huh. Keanu, what's going on? Where are you guys at? Do they have a DC? What are they doing?
Neb sitting in the office being a menace right now. Gets 2 players for himself, Frizzy as well. And Neb goes back to office where he knows some of these players will be funneling possibly. Now he knows they're not funneling up the center, they're going off to the side so he can, you know, make those comms be like, hey, you know, watch yourselves.
Yeah. No, he's an absolute madman. I think it took a couple of them to take him down finally here. But yeah, Condors, oh my God, Frizzy popping off. J-Ray as well. Like this is an absolute massacre. Wait,
it is,
that is J-Ray.
Frizzy is J-Ray.
Wait,
in the kill
what?
feed, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, and I think Frizzy is J-Ray in the kill feed. We're welcome to Call of Duty, like we've been saying. Yeah.
Either way, Condors popping off. 2 ticks on A as well. They still got a minute 53.
They are, and yeah, the kill feed is very messed up right now. Oh my.
Good night, everybody. Good night.
Condors take the win.
Condors win. Now, Keanu, where were you?
Yeah, that was strange. But as I said, Hasi is probably one of our best maps for control by far. I mean, these boys just, as we've seen, completely dominate and steamroll the other team. Great play, boys.
Hey, all right, guys, do this again. And then we'll do some pop off. We'll pop off here. We'll get some clips.
Yes. Just, you know, we'll have to Photoshop the correct names in there, because...
Yeah, that actually is a good problem.
I think it ended up being Frizzy was J-Ray in the kill feed, Neb was Frizzy in the kill feed.
Yeah, I think...
The others might have been correct, but who knows?
Hopefully it's correct this time here. We'll find out. Hey, if we can get the nade there, then we're good. Trophies out. Okay, and they're on defense now, so they gotta lock it in. This could be just an attackers sided kind of map. And it did feel like it too. I mean, the way that they had to push past that center point, like Neb was holding down so well, it felt hard for them to get past the Condors.
A little bit, but believe it or not, Hasi is more of a defense map, I've found. Because there's so many points that you can sit and just pick people off. So Condors are really proving their worth right now. Yeah, as the quick bits show, the numbers are wrong, which means that the kill feed's wrong. So just ignore everything that you're seeing off to the side. Acknowledge the fact that Savvy is currently the one we're watching, and now it's Neb.
I'm assuming this is right. Yeah, like if we're
the bottom right of your screen is correct.
Okay.
So wonderful joys. Thankfully, we have you know, actual overlays.
Sure.
To showcase what is happening. So we're gonna go off of who is shooting on our screen.
Yeah.
And nothing else, because that's the only way we can do it.
We're already holding them off longer than that they were able to hold us off for here. We've got them down to 45 seconds left. They'll get an extra minute if they can finish off capping B out there. But I don't know if the Condors will even let them do that. Oh, they do get a good kill there.
Oh, but Neb's coming in for the little bit of the flank, a pinch, dare you call it. But 3 Keanu members are watching because they know someone's lurking. Savvy spots one at well. Ooh, one of the players slides in to take him out, but Frizzy coming in, cleaning it up.
Yeah.
16 seconds left. Someone has to touch the point.
Honestly,
no one can.
I think they've got this at this point. 10 seconds left. I don't think this is going to be a win for Keanu. I think control is Chaos likely going to go to the hand of the Condors as long as they can replicate another attack like this.
But yeah, they'd have to completely stick every single player that they have on a point and hold it to get a minute. And even then, they then struggle to get onto A and clear that. But they're playing a good game of ping pong right now. But the Condors, they know what they're doing. They know this game. And, okay. Who stopped it in a second?
Yeah.
Like,
just keep touching it, yeah.
I was like, cool. It's 2 seconds. It's already done. And here comes one of the Keanu players. Not just yet.
All right, so here's the thing. Because it goes back to hard point this S&D to finish it off.
Yes.
So there's a good chance we win this in 4 because I'm going to go ahead and say that we're winning this map on control because by God, it does not feel like Keanu has much of an answer at all. The coordination that the Condors have with each other, this looks like a practice team on a practiced map.
It's a ranked game.
Playing against ranked players though, it looks like they're playing so well against solo queuers.
Not even. This is like watching our pro, you know, COD players go into a ranked game and they just steamroll the other team.
Yeah.
Even if, you know, the other team has comms, which we know Keanu hopefully does. But the Condors are just, they know this map, they love this map, and they dominate on this map, especially for control, which is impressive.
It's also Frizzy popping off. There's
also,
two there.
Yeah, there's also Frizzy and Neb, and everyone
get the third one.
As long as you can be a nuisance in someone's spawn, and you can keep it good and well.
Savvy going in for one, though, and they do have B being held on to.
Someone
might be able to get
the slide.
Another quick control on B there, but there's some answers from Keanu. They're finally starting to step up to our game and tell us off a little bit here. Not going to sit in the predictable spots, but one of them is Frizzy. Dives on down there before being taken out. He's got no support. Savvy's got his own fight going on stairs there. The rest of Keanu driving their way through.
They do. Neb sitting here kind of in a kitchen near a fireplace. I don't know why I'm... This is Wine Cellar, actually, believe it or not. How does that call out? We got Savvy with his fight at the Rock. Wins it. The boys just need to get on. We got one tick on both sides, which makes it ever so slightly easier to get that next tick. As we see J-Ray rushing over Mad Dash like the Flash.
They're just trying to get bars. They're just trying to get themselves split as much as possible to divide the attention of Keanu right now because they've been on them, but unfortunately, I don't think it's working. They're down to 30 seconds left. While they do have a tick on each, they don't have a point that's secured right now or a point that really looks like they can dive on with full confidence. That might be A site, though, now that they got that kill. This could be a chance, full dive onto A. They're going to try to cap this one up. They got to win these gunfights, though. Otherwise, they're going to lose that power that they have. This is a wide open space and not going to be easy to hold. Great kill from Savvy, but an unfortunate trade.
But the team is trying to make these pushes back on. However, Keanu might have slightly figured out some sort of plan to get the Condors a little bit stuck down. But all we need to do is get on point. Neb was there and just, you know, going for those gunfights instead. These boys know unless they get in, they're not going to win this round.
Yeah, quite a different story there. Keanu with an answer. And now it's going to be up to the Condors to find an answer. They walked through pretty easily in round one and round two, but suddenly a shift has happened. Keanu on the board.
Yeah, we do not want a reverse sweep. Is not good. It's apologies for the curse, boys, but you never know. You never know. I mean, we are back on defense. Yep. Shout out the overlay for telling me that.
Great job. But yeah, I'm hoping a better answer here for the Condors as Frizzy just waits for the cattle to slaughter, making their way through the gates there. He doesn't have to do much work at all except hold the trigger. And that's great. That buys a lot of time off the clock. Still a minute there for Keanu to make their way through, but they're locking it in.
They are, and we see everyone kind of going about. J-Ray has top secret and bottom secret that he's kind of holding a watch over. Neb now taking Jay's spot up top secret. Jay going for a little bit of a pinch right now as he is being a nuisance in their spawn. Gets his second kill, as he should, and the rest of the team is watching these points. 30 seconds left, 28 seconds.
Yeah.
It's a game of time.
This is it, really. They're doing a great job. J-Ray with those back and forths. He's holding multiple corridors, multiple lanes, making sure that he's just offsetting that pacing just right to be able to get into these gunfights to get some kills. Frizzy as well doing some work out there. Neb trying to get that player off of B site. Great kill. And that's going to be Condor still in a real good position. 7 seconds left. Not a single tick left for Keanu. They are trying to go for B. J-Ray is going to try to shut down that play. He does exactly that. A site might be the target for Keanu, but no go. The Condors do what they did in round 1 and 2.
Yep. 3-1. Final score on Control. These boys controlled Keanu, that is for sure. Easy, simple. The boys showing exactly what you are supposed to do in these games. Moving on, map 4, Skyline Hardpoint. We've already seen these boys are good at Hardpoint. They actually get on point, which is kind of, you know, the whole objective of Hardpoint. apparently, I've come to learn a lot of people do not like getting on hill for hardpoint.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of it is that getting a lot of those points are going to leave you open and susceptible to being shot. So a lot of them try to get a couple kills first before making their way in. Because if you get on and get 5 points and then you're killed, the problem with that afterwards is that you now have just gotten killed and you're down players. They can collapse on it, and now they've got 30 points. So it really is about making sure that you're walking into that point and getting on that hill only when you have the upper hand.
Yeah, and I mean, even at a hard point, even if you throw one person on the point, if they get taken out, you should be putting someone else in their spot. Once it's clear to do so, not a lot of teams do that. Some people, not gonna lie, allergic to those points. It's kind of crazy. A lot of the times you'll see players on there that should probably not be on there because they should be, protecting you, getting those kills. Because the main thing is you can throw one person on point. Those other 3 that are not on the point should be doing their job in killing the other team so that they can't get to the point and kill that person on time.
Well, we'll find out if they take control because it was a close series on that first hard point.
It was
250,
229.
Yeah, very good. Well, we did not count out Keanu, and they said that. We established that from the beginning. There's not a team they're counting out. On to hardpoint. I like that the hardpoint's first. S&D did not go our way over on Vault, and that could have just been a map thing. Maybe if we do end up in S&D on Skyline, it'll be a different story. But let's hope we don't get there. We're hoping that now that we had to hardpoint, we won one before. We know we can. We just came off a wonderful bit of momentum off control there. I mean, that was great retaliation for that 2-6 on the S&D before. This is a good chance to roll that momentum into a great hard point with confidence. The gunplay is looking super clean from every single one of these players in front of you right now. Savvy, Frizzy, J-Ray, and Neb.
Yeah. Skilled players, that's for sure. And players who know what they're doing. I mean, watching these boys play is it's just something else. You get so much joy out of it, watching the plays.
So much joy.
Yeah. Joy watching them make the other teams cry. There's a reason I do not play competitive COD.
Why is that?
Because I would lose my mind.
Oh.
Yeah. I would
what if you've already lost it?
I probably have, honestly. I mean, I still play the game, so. Especially
well, so
ranked. Ranked makes me lose my mind some days. Sometimes I get in a really, really good mental state where I'm just absolutely frying. I'm doing great. And then, I'll be like, okay, I can do this again tomorrow. And tomorrow comes around and it's miserable. It's not good. Neb off on his little island of his own at a PC that is hopefully not like the other one. We'll see.
Oh yeah, I mean, so far it's been good.
No one use your Hellstorm, please.
They've been fine so far. But yeah, they're no break needed for these guys this time. They're ready to lock in.
Ready to end the night.
One more little sippy poo of the Red Bull. Now I always wonder, having the energy drink during a match, I feel like is pointless. You should be having it before, so that the caffeine's in your system.
I mean, they definitely do have them before, and then they just maintain that caffeine level in your body.
I also would not be drinking caffeine this late.
I mean, these boys are probably up late anyway, so it makes sense. That's fair, yeah. Sometimes maybe they're like me, where caffeine actually puts you to sleep, which then is also not good if they're drinking it during these games. So
yeah, good night. Wow.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll see if we can win this series. If we're going to end this off, we're going to win. That's what will happen. We're on match point, up against our opponents in Keanu. It was a tight series last semester when we played them. It's a tight series again. Potential for a Game 5. Condors trying to end this a little bit sooner than that. They've got control of the point right now, but we're still early on.
They are. I mean, we're all coming for, spawn flips as we see Keanu pushing through certain spots. Savvy getting taken off the point. The point is currently in Keanu's favor, but J-Ray spots the player sitting, laying down in a little bit of a corner. Can't be, caught out like that.
Yeah, no, again, J-Ray as a flanker, just super phenomenal. great player, and you got to be expecting that as Keanu. You got to know that a player is going to be on you when you're just sitting pretty like that on a point.
Yeah, and I mean, these snipes are just insane. Perfect. J-Ray seeing this player hop down, loses the gunfight. Unfortunately, Savvy follows it up though, which is what you want. We're on P2 now, which is over in this little EZEC office. Literally just an office. Frizzy jumping down, saving his life in the gym.
He knew he was about to get collapsed on. There's no way he's taking that gunfight and walking away. So good call from him. Savvy, unfortunately, gets double teamed there.
We've flipped spawns, unfortunately, but Jay might be able to hold it down if he clears these players out.
Uh-oh.
Frizzy coming in. Lots of exchanges, but just not great. We're all kind of trickling in one at a time. Condors have spawns for P2 finally with 15 seconds remaining. We got to start the rotate for P3 in kitchen. It's a little bit of a tricky one. Frizzy ended up hopping over and getting a gun to the stomach.
Yeah, that was quite the trickle, as you said before, too. Just a trickle onto that last point, back and forth between the two squads. For Keanu, this is great, though, because obviously they get themselves in a good position for control at this point, but they've lost it pretty quickly. Condors take it back.
They have, and I mean, as long as they watch their angles that they need to be, we'll be fine. We see Frizzy sitting here watching. Pool gets taken out, though, unfortunately. Neb very quick to fall back into his spot while he waits for his team to respawn and come back. But once again, it's just one man being sent in. Jay holding point, though. Goes for the chow, wins it. And now he just has to wait, regain his health. Start the rotate, possibly. No, there's only 20. There's 20 seconds. You don't want to rotate.
You gotta give him some love there, man. I mean, he just came in, cleared out an entire point, got to their side, cleared out another flanker there, and eventually got taken out. But yeah, J-Ray absolutely popping off in that situation to secure his team that point. And look at their lead now because of it. They've extended it by so much, and they're really in control of the series. I mean, I think they're just loving this map so small. I think it's given them that chance to be able to control those multiple lanes. I mean, you got two real solo runners right now in J-Ray and Frizzy. I mean, they're so good at being able to just run around and cause havoc.
They are, and Savvy gets taken off of the spawn block, which is unfortunate. Condors end up getting flipped out, which is not good for P4. It's so hard to break onto if you're not careful. And I mean, you can have players watching every single angle. Neb getting taken out, coming down from that top point over bedroom. Savvy now pushing in with the help of one of his other teammates. He gets taken out. Neb finding someone coming out of kitchen. Keeps his life as he slides into bedroom. But
nice two-piece there.
Get in.
Yeah, Neb with two. He'll still be roaming around there. J-Ray's trying to clean up the last, but it doesn't matter. Condors have the point. They're set up for the next here. Oh, watch out, though. Ashton is making his way in there behind. Yeah, he's going to clear out the point, and that's going to be a control for Keanu. Condors over 100 now, but they're still roaming around. They're still in a good position here. Unfortunately, J-Ray can't get themselves in a position that will help them later on.
Yeah, and Keanu is currently taking hold of P1 once again as the Condors try to battle around. As you know, there's a little bit of contesting going on for the Condors, but Keanu's still just absolutely holding it down, running them down, trying to regain a bit of you know, that distance between the two teams. But points cleared.
Yeah, they've learned their lesson this time too. Last time we hopped onto this point, it was J-Ray that made his way in there. It was Frizzy this time, but there was a second contender to meet him. Thankfully, the Condors with Neb make their way in as well. So Keanu doesn't have control. While they did wisen up to our plans, they don't do it, but J-Ray, Madman, gets a third as well. Beautiful play from him. He is just absolutely taking control of this side of the map, and it's giving the rest of his teammates such good space on the other side to just do what they need to do.
Well, that's unfortunate for Frizzy. Just some off timing where he goes to lay down to watch stairs, and just the Keanu player comes around. Someone jumps up elevator, but doesn't come through. Jay picking up.
Freebie for Jay there.
Homeboy didn't even look at the corner, just ran straight in.
Trigger finger.
2 on P1.
Yeah, I like the patience there. Oh my God, J-Ray, another one on the board. He's on his way to some bigger kill streaks, but Unfortunately shut down before he got to those. But yeah, he's looking good out here right now.
Yeah, looking very good. I mean, we're holding down P2 like no tomorrow. I don't even know if Keanu got on that point. So
yeah, I mean, they're only at 79. If they did, it wasn't for very, very long at all.
It's rough out here for Keanu right now. But they have managed to, rotate for P3. They got a hold on it. But the Condors, we've already seen them break back in very easily and take hold of it. So we'll see if they can once again replicate that. We see Neb going around for the flank. Keanu doesn't even notice. Barely watching. Neb gets a kill for himself. Will he find a two-piece?
He's got to watch the corner, though. Thankfully, he's got his teammates there to help him out. But, yeah, unfortunately, dying in that position could be problematic for them. They may have a flank that's troublesome, but a good pick there will give them a little more space. But now onto the site, Aston is making his way in here. He's finally shut down by Savvy. Neb working out with him too, but a gunfight lost. Condor still in control. They're approaching 200 points, and it was close there for a moment. I mean, there's some moments of brilliance from Keanu.
Yeah, but Frizzy spotting a little bit of a head peeking out above him. Finds one, finds not a second one, unfortunately. Gets taken out by the original player he spotted. You say running around Cat as P4 is now in play.
Oh, Exelius. A little confused on where he should be positioned there. I think he wanted to take a chow, but then backed off and then just got caught out by another one of the Condors. Good for us, because we're over 200 points down at 113. This is a long climb for Keanu. It feels like the momentum out of that control series, real good for the Condors.
Very good. I mean, this is a great hold we see by the Condors. See someone, sitting down watching kitchen. Jay hopping down into bedroom, getting some kills for himself, making sure Keanu can get on, but Exelios managed to sneak his way on, got taken out. Keanu does have spawns for P4, but yet they aren't able to hold it down.
Yeah, I mean, this is just not going well for Keanu at this point at all. Great control here from Neb. He's laughing about it too. He's saying, yeah, no, he got so I saw the language on that one. He was definitely surprised there. But yeah, I think they're really happy about the way they're playing right now. They feel the flow state. They're only about 15 points off from a dub here. Yeah, Condors can't get ahead of themselves, but they should have this one on lock.
They should. I mean, Keanu really gotta stick quite a lot of these points. I mean, you'd have to stick almost 4 in a row just to try to make up something. But, I mean, they're doing a good job at holding off the Condors. I mean, Jay getting a kill for himself, looking at a second one. He knows they're sitting behind Hot Tub, as the normal point is. We see one of the boys hop on, gets the kill, gets exchanged. Keanu jumping down. They're trying so hard.
They're trying real hard. But right now, Condors really overall in control. I mean, again, there's contention. There's definitely a lot of... that, again, what we said before, is having to have that respect for Keanu, and I think they got to make sure they continue having that for the rest of the series. I mean, they could throw this away. It's possible for a comeback to happen. So keep your head in the game. Keep that respect for Keanu on there. Play the way you need to play, as if these are really, really good opponents.
Yeah, I mean, we'll clear out the point. We're letting Keanu on. Neb holding some spawns, but we do not have them. We are spawning over near pool. Not great. Neb pushing on, but 2 players on. 1 watching piano.
I mean, at this point, unless you get a cleared room here, and you just play for a next point, like what are you doing? Because like you really don't want to be in a position of having to trickle onto next point and not having control of it. So it's a tough decision here, but a great clear from Frizzy, and that opens up the scoring lanes, and if they could stay on point, this will be the win for them, but it will be contested, so I don't know if they'll be able to get enough points for this. It will be on to the next hard point, but that gets them 1 step closer.
Yeah, I mean, 244 to 179. I mean, that's a pretty nice score as we move on to P3, where we got to really find our hold on it. Take out the Keanu players, 1 behind table, 1 sitting on the stairs. J-Red taking out 1 of them as he goes around for the flank, but he gets called out. Neb with a 2-piece of his own.
Yeah, that might be the game winner, to be honest. 3 to finish it off. Neb with the pop-off as well. The Condors turned on something in those last 2 maps. And S&D not in their favor, but Control and Hardpoint, oh man, Keanu, they felt the fire.
Oh, no kidding. The Condors truly soared today in this Call of Duty matchup against Keanu. I mean, it was a close one. We expected it to be close. We thankfully got down to only 4 maps this time instead of 5. But we do love to see a Condors Varsity win in our books once again.
Pop off from everybody at this point. I mean, you saw it across the board. Savvy, you had Frizzy in those mid games, and then you had J Ray in the third map, essentially, and then just on that last one there, Neb. I mean, J Ray as well, but then Neb said, all right, guys, we're winning this. And just really strong positioning from him to be able to knock out some of those kills. I mean, a lot of them were those blanks too, right? Like where they just didn't know who's coming. J-Ray was also on that. And I think Keanu just had their heads turning.
Constantly.
It was on such a swivel that it just kept spinning. And they didn't know where they were at by the end of it.
It happens. It's when you play really good Call of Duty.
Yeah.
We got good Call of Duty players.
Yeah, no, they locked it in. I think the coolest thing too to see was for them was the like the pop off at the end. Like you saw Neb's pop off. I mean, obviously this meant a lot for them.
Yeah, I mean he got like a 3-piece clear on point to get those last. It was 5 points, but those 5 points mean a lot because it means you get a winner screen.
Yep, that's true.
That's what we want.
Yeah, big dubs for the Condors there, not the Academy team. You see Taylor there. He's just going to revel in the aura of a win right now. They played St. Clair. It's hard. But against Keanu in the Superconference, our varsity squad does get the dub. It was huge. They played super well. And again, pop off from Neb there. And I think I actually get a chance to go talk to him. So I don't know if that's ready. We'll just do that and throw to a quick break and then we'll go talk to him. Thanks for chilling.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah, it was good. Well, I mean, it wasn't me. I didn't make the schedule.
No, but
I tried to get
you
you
still,
off.
okay.
Like I didn't want you here, but
you guys hear this?
it was a great time.
It
it
was
was really
great.
fun. Anyways, we're done though now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go talk to Neb. He's my new best friend. So we'll see. We'll see you in just a few minutes with Neb. So don't go anywhere.
Good luck today.
Thanks, man.
How I'm loving life these days. I see it falling into place. It's coming together. I don't even need to chase it. You see it written on my face. It's the right time, right place. How I'm loving life these days. It's the right time, right place. How I'm loving life these days.
As I said, I got Neb down here. He's my new best friend. I'm sorry, Will, but you guys are popping off, literally popping off in there. This one meant a lot to you guys.
Yeah, no, this one definitely meant a lot to us. We've had it penciled on the calendar for a while now. We had a bit of a controversial matchup last season with them, so we wanted to prove that we're much better than them, and I think we did that today.
I mean, yeah, that went to map 5. You guys didn't even need to go to map 5 in this. Like, there was a clear, dominant play from you guys. I mean, let's walk through the series because it looked pretty good. It was close at the beginning there. And then map 2, obviously there were some tech issues too. But then that's got to feel bad. I mean, where's the mental after having a close series and then a loss in that second map.
Yeah, I won't lie. I definitely had to hit a regain after that
Yeah.
map 2. We were up 60, 70 points in the map 1. I DC'd. We were about to win a round to go up 3-2. I DC'd. So, you know, we end up losing that map. So, yeah, it's definitely something that you got to bounce back from.
Yeah.
I think we did a very good job of that in the control. And then it was smooth sailing from there.
Yeah, I was going to say, what flipped? I mean, because you guys oftentimes will get up, you'll take your break, you'll go talk to each other maybe, or is it just getting the space to think? I mean, what's the goal with taking those breaks between getting away from the computers?
Yeah, sometimes you just need a second to decompose. Like if you're in the moment, stuff keeps happening. It's hard to kind of step back from it and kind of take a breather again.
Yeah.
So I think again, taking a few minutes sometimes, at least for me personally, gives me a second to breathe. Yeah, and I think again we did a good regain from that.
So let's talk about the control and onwards then, because at that point it looked like Keanu was lost. I mean, it looked like a different team all of a sudden. What were you guys doing that just made sure they just had no ability to read you guys?
Again, we were up pretty convincingly in the map 1 before I disconnected. I think there is a sizable gap when it comes to respawn. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
That's fair. Yeah.
So yeah, you saw that in the Hossy control. We just kind of steamrolled them. The skyline got a little closer than we wanted to, but at the end of the day, we closed it out. I'm pretty proud of the team today, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, so what are comms on like going into skyline like that? It's such a tight map. That again, it's easy to get just like disoriented. It's easy for them to just get in between you guys, split you up. What's the plan? What's the comms like? I mean, it looked like you had, again, Jay doing his casual thing, flanking around and taking people from behind. What's the comms?
Yeah, no, Jay was doing his thing like always. He had a huge map for us. Again, I honestly, we came into the mindset, we're better than these guys. Let's gut them out of their shorts. I know it's their host, a higher ping, more latency, but at the end of the day, I think there's a talent gap there, and we proved that again today.
Yeah, I mean, since you're here, I'm going to ask you now. Talent gap, it felt like you were easily just going in for like 1v3s at times.
Dude, honestly, all 4 of them, if they chopped me together, they could not kill me. Like, after we won that map 3, I literally said, like, it doesn't matter if we're on 100 ping. We're just all individually like way better than those guys. So it was all about going in, getting in the time, and make sure we're not kill whoring too hard, Yeah,
I mean, you got to make sure that they don't like just quit the game. You got to have some targets in the future, right?
Yeah, like you got to make it a little bit interesting for the stream, but like honestly, at the end of the day, we just wanted to close them out, so we did that. We let them come back a little bit towards the end, but it doesn't matter, man. We're just too good.
Frizzy, you're not. I don't think you're on camera right now, but yeah. You have the mic. Tell yours.
Guys, if we get put under Keanu in another power ranking, I'm like, you're gonna hear it. Yeah. Because their whole team went double neg in their control with EKA. So we're going to need to watch that back and just see, hey, maybe let's put the Condors above Keanu in every power ranking. That's all I have to say.
If you watch the video that the Condors released today, hearing a little more about me, you heard me say that I think we're to the top 2 teams in Canada. Again, I think every day we're just constantly proving that, and we're just going to keep getting better.
That's it. Honestly, that's all we got. It's Condors, baby. Thank you guys for joining us, and we hope to see you in the future.
Hashtag